Hey everyone, What If Fan here, bringing you another exciting part of What If Dragon deck user in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. You can find the fanfic title and the original author's name on my Patreon page. Make sure to check it out and show them some love. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Also check out my Patreon channel for early releases of all the series, where you can find all the series released one day ahead of YouTube. Alright, let's jump into it. Chapter 35, Counter-Offensive. In a junkyard building were Jirag and Alito, who were listening onto Scarlet singing over just thinking over what had happened recently. While they were busy training over, they had been encountered by Mizar, who had supplied the two with Barya sphere cubes, which allows them to confront Yuma, and the others personally using all of their Baryan power. After that he went on ahead and dueled Timmy, where he almost succeeded in defeating him until his sphere field was unable to withstand all of the energy that Neo-Tachyon Dragon can contain, and next Timmy was in the hospital from Mizar injuring him. This ain't a good image on their part from the mission they agreed to do. If life is a game, that say I can't win, I'll never amount to nothing. For once Jirag isn't too into Scarlet this time, just remembering what Mizar warned them about before he left to confront Timmy. You lose again, you're through. Ha, who does he think he is? He comes in and made us look bad by having us be undermined, Alito. What should we do? If they don't show something to deal with this, there could be a lot of trouble that Duman would subject them to, alongside Vector doing whatever he wants with them. That's obvious, we need to succeed, which is why I'll challenge Astral and Yuma to a duel. Alito smirked, raising a fist. A duel face-to-face? Don't you know what'll happen if he beats you? Jirag questioned, standing up worried. Of course I do. Alito replied, jumping in front of him. But I don't care, I'll take the risk and prove I can beat them both. I can't let you do that. Jirag frowned over to him, which Alito only scoffed, walking out. He stared over before then stomping on the small TV he had, destroying it, growling. You mess this up, Alito, then it'll be bad news for you. Above a small water tank was Alito, who stared with crossed arms. Ever since he had defeated Yuma, he was eager to see what it was like if they dueled again while the numbers are on the line. While he still has the hots for Tori, since she was the whole reason that match happened, he still is eager to show he can beat Yuma's numbers, and Astral as well. He doesn't need Jirag's concern, he can take care of him, and he knows how to do it. Meanwhile in Baryan world. Thank you for coming quickly, Mizar, have you recovered your energy? Duman, once he finished something, had summoned Mizar, who had been regaining his energy, for them to try seeing if Timmy really was the destined savoir of Baryan world personally. Now if Mizar is ready to try again, Duman should equip him with something to prevent what happened before from happening again, as this is too important, where Nash and Marin would want them to make sure to save their world. I only needed a short rest to recover after claiming my number. Though the question is, how will I duel against Timothy if the sphere field cannot contain the power of my chaos number? Mizar frowned, looking at a card. If we are unable to finish a duel, we won't know the truth about him and if he truly is who we think. I had finished what is needed. Mizar looked where Duman tossed him something that he takes. Checking, he sees it's a necklace of a Barya crystal that has the emblem of Baryan world on it, glowing in energy. That special necklace is one of the most prized possessions of Nash here in Baryan world. It is capable of greater control of power, so if you have it on you during the match, you can be able to keep Neo-Tachyon's power contained within the sphere field, and don't need to retreat once more. I'm honored you're trusting me with this. Don't worry, Duman, I'll find out just who he is this time. My galaxy eyes will force him to fight at his best. Mizar smirked as a portal appeared behind him. For the glory of Baryan world. Of course, Mizar. Duman watched as he left before turning over to the throne, seeing an image of Nash sitting on it with Marin beside him. Nash, Marin, we will find out if Timmy really was who we think he is. Back on Earth. Timmy was walking with Anna, Rio, Shark, and Alan together, just enjoying each other's company. It was a bit after Shark had forced him to duel on the hospital that ended with Shark defeating him just to snap him out of his nightmare mindset that succeeded over. They know Mizar will return later to finish what he started, so now they need to be better on guard when Baryan world makes their next move. And this time Timmy will be ready for him. I'm glad you're feeling better. Rio smiled to Timmy. Though, if you were dueling at your best from the start, you might have beaten Reginald. In his dreams. Shark rolled his eyes. Timmy's good, but he's not at my level. So only thing I need to do is get better, right? Timmy smiled over towards Shark. To show you, I am able to protect Rio, I will do my best to prove I am able to. Shark smirked. Sounds like it. Of course we need to keep our eyes open for the Baryons, but if we do get a chance for a rematch, I'll show you that you're still just a guppy. Guppy, huh? Timmy chuckled over. Yeah, that sounds right. Rio suddenly paused, gasping, her eyes turning blank. Not a good sign, since that was what Shark seen when Miser showed up. Hearing her gasp, all of them turned over, and Timmy's eyes widened. Rio? Rio, what is it? It's approaching. A darkness approaches that is threatening light. Rio spoke in the monotone-like voice. It comes for Yuma, and for Timmy. Timmy and Yuma? Anna frowned. That can only mean one thing. Yeah, but which one of them is it going to be? Shark questioned while looking around suspiciously. Suddenly Rio turned sharply at a storage house-like area with cranes. Located there. Yuma is in danger. Mizar must be there after Yuma. Alan realized, overlooking before he grunted over. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go help him out. The others nodded, running to the storage house to try and help Yuma. Arriving over, they find Yuma and Ray surrounded by multiple duelists, each having Baryan emblems on their heads, smirking, looking surrounded and outnumbered. The two turned over where they brushed past the students over to them. Shark, Rio, Timmy, Anna, Alan. What are you five doing here? Rio sensed you're in danger, so we had to come in. Anna explained before she then frowned, looking around, not seeing anyone familiar. I don't see Mizar anywhere though. Well, we have numbers on our side now, so we just gotta get them out of the way. Despite being optimistic, almost everyone knows how bad of a duelist Ray is, so he's better off just sitting this out. Although Timmy doesn't really feel that way, as Ray has some potential if he understands his deck a bit better. They all activated their duel discs to duel against the group of Baryan-possessed students. Watching above some warehouses was Jirag, who was frowning over seeing the crowd. I hate party poopers. Well, I invited a special guest of my own. He held up Baryan's force, smirking from his new plan. Black Ray Lancer attack. Ice Beast Zerifine, get them. Gagaga Cowboy, finish it. Your turn to kick to overdrive Gustav Max. Alright, Odd Eyes, go. The five monsters were attacking the monsters of the possessed duelists, but more kept popping up with each one they defeated. But Yuma suddenly gets trapped in a full Nelson before he can turn to his next opponent. What the? Yuma questioned, turning to see Ray holding him, smirking. Sorry about this, Yuma, I don't have a choice. Ray told him, as there was a Baryan emblem on his forehead too. Suddenly they heard laughter as Jirag appeared in front of Yuma. Who's that? Timmy asked, seeing him as Odd Eyes roared. Jirag. Yuma called, shocked seeing him before he suddenly remembered what they had discussed over the other day. Of course, Penelo had told them about the Baryan emperors. Oh right, you're a Baryan. Indeed, the prisoner did spill the beans about us, but even if you know now, it doesn't make a difference. Jirag smirked at him, holding up the Baryan's force card. Astral grunted, remembering that his daughter had warned them that Jirag is a cunning strategist, but if needed he is capable of proving his strength. And they're on the receiving end of it. Enough talk, troops, ready your monsters. All of the Baryan-controlled students raised cards as numerous monsters appeared all around, outnumbering everyone as they grunted, looking around. Now Yuma, it is time to take your numbers once for all, alongside eliminating Timmy from our side. You two better have the best defense on hand. Attack! Every single monster readied, overcharging to attack, which they yelled out before two lights appeared where they take familiar shapes. In front of Yuma was Alito, who raised a card. I activate negate attack. In front of Timmy was Mizar in his human form, wearing the necklace, readying over a card. I activate Swift Scarecrow's effect in my hand. What, you two? Jirag looked shocked seeing his comrades are defending the targets as the attacks were nullified from the combined attacks he had worked so hard to do. Negate attack targets your monster to negate the attack and end the battle. Alito started over. And Swift Scarecrow stops any attack cold by ending the battle. Mizar added explaining how they stopped the attacks. Then the two turned over towards Jirag. Alito. Yuma called shocked seeing his new friend and other Barian came in to rescue them. Mizar. Timmy was also stunned seeing the Barian that almost defeated him for good just saved his life. Mizar? What are you doing here? Jirag asked nervously seeing him. Mizar turned over towards him blaring. I should be asking the same for you. Timothy is my target, and I intend to finish the mission. But I don't need someone else to do my dirty work, I can do it by myself the old-fashioned way. In truth, if Timmy is the savoir, Mizar do needed to keep him safe from anything that can eliminate him, so he had to step in against Jirag's latest scheme. He then turned over towards Timmy who was still staring shocked. You owe me for this one. Timmy only nodded dumbly as Mizar walked beside Alito. Now Jirag, Alito, and me have a couple of scores to settle like the honorable warriors we are. But first, Alito takes a card raising it. I activate the spell, end of the match. Thanks to this, with nothing on my field, every monster is returned to the hand, and is dealt 500 points of damage for each total. At that, all of the monsters left exploding around, which defeats every possessed student, and breaking whatever is left out of Jirag's control. Alongside Ray, who collapsed after being free behind Yuma. You, traitors! Jirag trembled seeing they thwarted all of his hard work for this entire plan. How dare you two? We were given a mission. Eliminate Timmy Wicks and capture Yuma's numbers to save our world. We're very well aware, Jirag. However, like Mizar said, me and him both have some scores to settle. We won't use underhanded tactics, we will do it honorably. Alito argued over, glaring at Jirag, who was more than happy to use tricks and cheat to obtain victory. What's going on here? Yuma is feeling pretty lost over what is going on around here, seeing their enemies from Barian are arguing with each other. Isn't it obvious, Yuma? We have a score to settle and it sounds like your pal Timmy has won with Mizar, so let's not wait any longer and see who's really going down by KO. Alito grinned. I'm not holding anything back this time. The same goes for me, you got lucky in our previous duel but that won't happen this time. Mizar told Timmy. Hold it, you two. They looked over where Jirag argued over, glaring. There's too much at stake, we can't afford to take any chances this time around. We need to settle things with them now, they're tougher than you believe. Oh, we already know that, Jirag. I almost eliminated Timmy but now I have the victory this time. Mizar spoken over. And besides, they're both great duelists, and it's why me and Mizar wanna confront them alone to prove we are the best. Alito agreed despite Mizar not interested in being the best, glad they are gonna work together for this. I did manage to beat Yuma before but I will do it with what I can really do this time. We're Barians second, duelists first. Jirag gasped staring at them shocked before grunted realizing he can't convince them otherwise, and turned walking off vanishing in red energy. With that, Alito and Mizar turned over towards the crowd of humans. Follow us, we have the area in mind to give us enough room. That said, he and Mizar turned to head to an open area with Mizar gestured them to follow. I don't think you two should accept, this feels like a setup. Anna frowned. We got to accept, Anna, Alito sounds like he really means it. I mean, why else would he stop Jirag? Astral in agreement with Yuma nodding with crossed arms. Indeed. Besides, if we don't do it now, we will confront them sooner or later. Then why wait? Yuma asked before then looking over to Timmy. Tim, what say you? Timmy at that turned back where Mizar and Alito walked off, who are waiting for them. After the shock therapy that Shark had got him to do, Timmy feels he's ready to try battling Mizar once more, although the fear from his nightmare still remains. But this time he will be able to stay focused and prevail against whatever it was Mizar had done against him before. So he takes a breath, nodding. Yeah. I've been ready for a second round against him. I'm not chickening out here, I don't stop him now, he'll come back later. Just be careful. Anna frowned, hugging him. We'll be right here for you both. Rio added, gently squeezing Timmy's hand. You'll be okay, I promise. He looked before smiling, kissing the two on their cheeks. Thank you too. He then takes a breath, turning to Yuma. Yuma? Said boy, nodded, knowing what he's asking before they looked, walking to follow Mizar and Alito while the others followed them. They arrived at a dock where the two were waiting as Alito grinned over. Well, thank you too for accepting our challenge. I must agree, I'm glad you chose to face us. Mizar added calmly. Just so we know, already our numbers are on the line, right? Of course. But also our survival. Alito answered over to them. We're risking everything we have for what we want to have here. Well, if you're so eager to battle us, then let's get started. Yuma said, feeling fired up alongside Alito. Alito grinned over, readying his Barrier Sphere Cube. Gladly, Yuma. He threw it up into the air. I activate a sphere field. At that, the cube generated energy where the four vanished in energy as the cube formed into a sphere field where the four duelists appeared together. This is like my match with Mizar. Timmy admitted, looking around before readying. Well, Yuma, this probably be our most difficult match to date. Yeah, I know. Yuma does indeed know that. You ready? Timmy nodded over. Enough talking. Time to battle. Mizar yelled, readying his dual disc alongside Alito, preparing over with a Barian dual disc. Seeing this, Yuma and Timmy readied their own discs alongside their dual gazers. Augmented reality vision link established. Let's duel. Dueling theme, Unstoppable by Disturbed. Yuma and Timmy, 8,000. Hands, both, 5. Field, nothing. Alito and Mizar, 8,000. Hands, both, 5. Field, nothing. Let the duel commence. This won't be easy for them, will it? Alan gets that Mizar is probably stronger than before if he is able to control the power of his dragon without causing too much strain on the sphere field as before, alongside not knowing what Alito can do. It'll be fine, Timmy's back on his game and we all know Astral's going to help out Yuma. Shark reassured him. These Barians have no idea what they're up against. Alito first turn. Okay, it's my turn to start this off. Alito grinned over, taking a card. So first, I'll start by summoning Batlin Boxer Headgeared. From that Headgeared from his first duel with Yuma rose in front of him, punching the air several times, readying. Attack position. Batlin Boxer Headgeared. Fire. Level 4. Warrior/Effect. ATK, 1000. Def, 1800. When this card is normal summoned, you can send one Batlin Boxer monster from your deck to the GY. The first time this attack position card would be destroyed by battle each turn, it is not destroyed. As I have him on the field, I take a Batlin Boxer from my deck and place it in the graveyard. Alito grinned, taking a card, and slips in his graveyard. Next, by forfeiting battle for this turn, I can summon Batlin Boxer Sparrer from my hand. Sparrer, readying his punching pad, stands beside Headgeared, almost the same move he had first made in his first duel with Yuma. Attack position. Batlin Boxer Sparrer. Fire. Level 4. Warrior/Effect. ATK, 1200. Def, 1400. If you control a Batlin Boxer monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, you cannot conduct your battle phase for the rest of this turn. Except he can't attack on his first turn anyway, so there's no downside. Rio frowned, seeing that. A smart move to go first. Those are the same monsters you used the first time, Alito. Does this mean we're gonna see lead yoke like before? Alito only grinned at Yuma's question. Oh no. I have a different fighter in mind. Headgeared and Sparrer flew up, entering the overlay network before shattering, revealing the monster. Emerge into the ring, a champion with the power of a supernova. Rise up and show that the sun shines in all things dark. XYZ Summon. Step into the ring, number 79, Battling Boxer Nova Kaiser. Readying on the field was a red and yellow suited like boxer with wings that shaped as the sun's shining rays and red punch rings. It also has a yellow 79 around its abs. Attack position. Number 79, Battling Boxer Nova Kaiser. Fire. Rank 4. Warrior Effect XYZ. ATK, 2300. Def, 1600. 2 level 4 monsters. Cannot be destroyed in battle, except with number monsters. Gains 100 ATK for each material attached to it. Once per turn, during your main phase, you can attach one Battling Boxer monster from your hand or GY to this card as material. When this card in your possession is destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to your GY while it has material, you can target level 4 or lower Battling Boxer monsters in your GY, up to the number of materials this card had on the field, special summon them. Oru, 2. A number. Yuma frowns seeing it. This is going to be a whole lot tougher than last time. It be even tougher as due to its ability I can attach one Battling Boxer from my hand to graveyard to Nova Kaiser as an overlay unit, and it gets stronger by 100 for every overlay unit. A card in Alito's hand glowed red flying over to Nova Kaiser. Other side the other unit, Nova Kaiser glowed red energizing. Nova Kaiser, ORU, 2-3/ADK, 2300 plus, 300 by 3, equals 2600. And that number will keep getting stronger, the more overlay units it obtains. Astral frowned where if they don't stop it soon, it will keep powering up. Yuma, we need to take care of it as quick as possible. Right Astral. Yuma understood what he needs to do as Alito sets a card. Alito's hand, 1/field with Mizar, number 79, Battling Boxer Nova Kaiser, attack position /ATK, 2600/ORU, 3, 1 set card. Yuma first turn. Okay, time to feel the flow. It's my turn, I draw. Yuma readying over his turn being on guard for what Alito can do remembering their last match together. What are you going to try this time, Yuma? Alito asked with a grin. Give me your best, and I'll KO you an Astral and claim all of your numbers. It'll be tough to do that, Alito. Placing his drawn card on the field as a set card, Yuma geared for his move. To start off, I'll be summoning Toy Knight to the field. Raising was what seemed like a blocked knight having a medieval helmet and sword on its form readying on the field. Almost kinda resembles the wind-up or block like monsters. Attack position. Toy Knight. Earth. Level 4. Machine/effect. ATK, 200. Def, 1200. Cannot be special summoned from the deck. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can special summon one Toy Knight from your hand. As you both had more monsters than we do, I can summon it from my hand. And with it is another Toy Knight from my hand. He shows a card placing it as an identical Toy Knight rose up beside the other. Toy Knight, attack position. 2 level 4 monsters. Anna smiled. That can only mean one thing. Now I overlay both Toy Knights. The 2 knights flew up joining the overlay network together exploding over revealing the monster. Carry hope on white wings. Come forth, number 39. Messenger of Light. Utopia. At that Utopia's sealed form appeared before morphing into Utopia's true form readying to face off against Alito and Mizar. Attack position. Number 39, Utopia. Light. Rank 4. Warrior Effect XYZ. ATK, 2500. Def, 2000. 2 level 4 monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle, except with number monsters. When a monster declares an attack, you can detach one material from this card, negate the attack. If this card is targeted for an attack, while it has no material, destroy this card. Oru, 2. So this is the fabled Utopia. Mizar smirked, staring over at the number that had been giving the Barians a lot of trouble. I was expecting something more impressive. What was that? Yuma questioned. You shouldn't underestimate his number, Mizar, it's more powerful than it looks. Alito told him. And Yuma knows how to use it. Yuma grunted before then calling, keeping his emotions in check. Well, then you want something impressive? Here's an example. Utopia Buster. Utopia Buster. Normal spell card. If you control a Utopia monster, destroy the one face-up monster your opponent controls that has the lowest ATK, your choice, if tied, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's ATK on the field. With this, as I have Utopia on the field, a monster you two have that has the lowest attack points is destroyed, and you two take damage equal to that monster's attack points. Mizar and Alito blinked from this as Utopia armed over the cannon like Yuma had done in his duel with Fender, aiming at Nova Kaiser, who readied. Fire! Utopia fired it, blasting Nova Kaiser to oblivion while Alito was pushed back, colliding with the sphere field, electrocuting him. Alito and Mizar, 5400/hands, Alito, 1/Mizar, 5. Good Yuma, now we won't need to worry over Nova Kaiser getting stronger than ever. Astral praised over, nodding, glad to see Nova Kaiser will no longer be an issue. Unfortunately, that move won't help you in this duel. Mizar told them. In fact, you've only made things much worse for yourselves. What? Yuma blinked. Alito, despite being at a disadvantage, grinned over to Yuma. Well, pretty logical of you to destroy Nova Kaiser with an effect, and score a lot of damage. But I predicted logical choices. Once Nova Kaiser is destroyed, Battling Boxers from the graveyard that are equal in number than his overlay units are summoned back from the graveyard. 3 portals opened where Headgeared, Sparrer, and a yellow padded boxer with blue hair raise up, readying. Attack position. Battling Boxer Uppercutter. Fire. Level 4. Warrior/effect. ATK, 1600. Def, 200. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add 1 Battling Boxer monster or 1 counter trap from your deck to your hand, except Battling Boxer Uppercutter. If this card is sent to the GY by card effect, you can activate one of these effects. Special summon 1 Battling Boxer monster from your GY, except Battling Boxer Uppercutter. Set 1 counter trap from your GY to your field. You can only use 1 Battling Boxer Uppercutter effect per turn, and only once that turn. Headgeared, attack position. Sparrer, attack position. 3 monsters? Shark frowned. Great. As Uppercutter was summoned, I take a Battling Boxer or counter trap card to my hand. Alito grinned as a card ejected from his deck that he takes. And gets better. Full Armored XYZ. He then revealed a trap on his field like the one Shark used against Art Stanley. Full Armored XYZ. Normal trap card. If an XYZ monsters is on the field, immediately after this effect resolves, XYZ summon 1 XYZ monster using monsters you control. You can banish this card from your GY, then target 1 XYZ monster you control, equip 1 other XYZ monster from your face-up field or GY to that monster as an equip spell with the following effects. The equipped monster gains ATK equal to this card's ATK. If the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this card instead. Thanks to you having an XYZ monster on the field, I can make an XYZ summon right now with monsters on my field. Alito grinned over to them. This is not good. Astral frowned hearing that. The 3 glowed red, flying up into the overlay network together. Regional champion that can make even the stars shine brighter. Show yourself onto this plane to show who the champ is. XYZ summon. Rank 4, number 105, Battling Boxer Star Cestus. Emerging was a new warrior that's mostly blue but also is yellow around, having 2 wings shaped as shields similar to Utopia's alongside red eyes. And it also has 105 on the joint of its right wing. Attack position. Number 105, Battling Boxer Star Cestus. Fire. Rank 4. Warrior Effect XYZ. ATK, 2500. Def, 1600. 3 level 4 monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle, except with number monsters. Once per chain, during the battle step, if your Battling Boxer monster battles an opponent's monster, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card, negate the effects of that opponent's monster while it is face up until the end of this turn. That monster you control cannot be destroyed by that battle, also your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from that battle. Oru, 3. Oh dear me. Astral widened his eyes seeing this number. Like Mizar, this one is also over the 100 original numbers, which really confuses him, knowing that it should be impossible for numbers like them to exist. And that's the least of your worries, Yuma Tsukumo. Mizar smirked, looking at his hand. Just consider yourself lucky I'm not permitted to attack on my first turn. Yuma grunted over, turning over to Timmy. Well, not much else for me to do here. Up to you, Tim. Timmy nodded over while Yuma ended his turn. Like Mizar, Alito also has a number that has 100 in its name. Rio looks worried over what this means. Yuma's hand, 2/field with Timmy, number 39, Utopia, attack position /ORU, 2, 1 set card. Mizar first turn. First things first, as you control a monster with at least 2000 attack points, I can summon Schwarzschild Infinity Dragon from my hand. Mizar called summoning Infinity Dragon like in his previous match with Timmy. Attack position. Schwarzschild Infinity Dragon. Dark. Level 8. Dragon / effect. ATK, 2000. Def, 0. If you control no monsters, or your opponent controls a monster with 2000 or more ATK, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, special summon one level 8 light or dark dragon monster from your deck in defense position, except Schwarzschild Infinity Dragon, but negate its effects. You cannot special summon from the extra deck the turn you activate this effect, except Dragon XYZ monsters. You can only use this effect of Schwarzschild Infinity Dragon once per turn. Then as I summon this monster, I can summon the level 8 Parsec, the Interstellar Dragon, from my deck. Mizar swiped a card as a pretty weak dragon emerged over, growling. Attack position. Parsec, the Interstellar Dragon. Light. Level 8. Dragon / effect. ATK, 800. Def, 800. If you control a level 8 monster, you can normal summon this card without tributing. Now, I'll overlay Schwarzschild Infinity Dragon with Parsec, the Interstellar Dragon. The two glowed yellow, flying up into the overlay network as Mizar raised his arms up. Roar throughout the entire universe. Revive, from the source of all galaxies, that flows from far back in time. Manifest yourself, and lead me to victory. XYZ summon. Number 107. Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon. The overlay network faded, revealing the sealed form of Tachyon Dragon, which then unfolded and grew over into Tachyon Dragon, roaring loud on the field beside Star Cestus. Attack position. Number 107, Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon. Dark. Rank 8. Dragon XYZ effect. ATK, 3000. Def, 2500. 2 level 8 monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle, except with number monsters. Once per battle phase, at the start of your battle phase, you can detach one material from this card, negate the effects of all other face-up monsters currently on the field, also their ATK/def become their original ATK/def. During the battle phase, if you activated this effect this turn, each time an opponent's card effect resolves, this card gains 1000 ATK until the end of the battle phase. Also, it can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Oru, 2. Timmy, seeing this monster, grunted, moving back slightly. He still has the fear of the nightmare he had, alongside the less than pleasant experience of when he had confronted this monster in his earlier duel. This won't be easy to get past, but he will break through this dragon. Now I'll set 2 cards face down and end my turn. Mizar stated calmly. Mizar's hand, 3/field with Alito, number 105. Battlein Boxer Star Cestus, attack position /ORU. 3. Number 107, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, attack position /ORU. 2. 2 set cards. Timmy first turn. The last one to go grunted over, staring over at both numbers. Now this is his part. If he can't get past this, then the Baryons will succeed in doing what they want to do. So he swallowed, readying. Okay, my turn. I draw. He drew. Now I finally get to see and experience how he duels. Now for us to judge if he really is as tough, and if Pendulum is just as unexpected like Vector told us, right Mizar? Alito in turn is pretty excited to see what kind of opponent Timmy is, personally wondering what he can do. I have to agree, he's talented, but will he be able to hold his own against our full power? Mizar questioned as he looked at Timmy. Then again, if what Demon said is true, we'll see his real skills in this duel. How will he fare against the power of a chaos number? Timmy checked over, making sure to clear his head to see what to do, and best support Yuma. This is the biggest comeback match against a competitive opponent like Alito, and a powerful dragon user like Mizar, so he needs to not hold back. Seeing a move, Timmy nodded, taking a card. Alright then, I'll start by summoning Dragon Archiver, Janie. Rising up was the female Dragon Archiver that was on the artwork on archiving bookshelf, readying. Attack position. Dragon Archiver, Janie. Wind. Level 3. Pendulum scale, 10. Dragon effect pendulum. ATK, 1400. Def, 200. Pendulum effect, Dragon Archiver monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Dragon Archiver monsters your opponent controls lose 400 ATK. Monster effect, if this card is targeted for an attack, target one card in either player's GYs, add that card to your hand, or banish that card. If this card is used as material or tribute for a summon of a dragon monster, you can draw one card. You can only activate each effect of Dragon Archiver, Janie, once per turn. Alito frowned hearing that. I thought your pendulum cards were used like spells. What are you up to? Well, first is archiving bookshelf. Timmy uses the spell that Janie's a part of. Archiving bookshelf. Normal spell card. Add one Dragon Archiver monster or one spell/trap that lists Dragon Archiver in its text from your deck to your hand. If you do, you can target one Dragon Archiver monster you control, give control of that target to your opponent. During your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the GY, you can banish this card from your GY, target one Dragon Archiver monster your opponent controls, take control of that target. You can only activate one archiving bookshelf once per turn. I take a Dragon Archiver or a spell or trap card that has Dragon Archiver in its text to my hand. Timmy said, adding a card before pointing over. And after that, Janie changes to your field. Janie flew up, being in between Star Cestus and Tachyon Dragon. So your strategy still involves giving us monsters. Mizar noted, seeing that. And next up, I activate Scale 1 Dragon Archiver Roale and Scale 8 Dragon Archiver Renotu. Roale and Renota floated on the field, allowing them a first glimpse at both cards. Pendulum. Dragon Archiver Renotu. Dark. Level 3. Pendulum scale, 8. Dragon Pendulum effect. ATK, 1400. Def, 500. Pendulum effect, Dragon Archiver monsters on the field cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. Once per turn, if a Dragon Archiver monster you control is targeted by an opponent's attack, you can target the attacking monster, negate the attack. Monster effect, once per turn, if you take battle or effect damage, inflict the same amount of damage to your opponent. If this card is used as material or tribute for a summon of a dragon monster, you can make that summon monster gain 1000 ATK. You can only activate this effect of Dragon Archiver Renotu once per turn. Pendulum. Dragon Archiver Roale. Dark. Level 6. Pendulum scale, 1. Dragon effect pendulum. ATK, 2000. Def, 1200. Pendulum effect, Dragon Archiver monsters on the field cannot be destroyed by card effects once per turn. Once per turn, you can target one Dragon Archiver monster on the field. That target cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect until your opponent's end phase. Monster effect: if your opponent summons a monsters, target one of those monsters, and one other monster you control, increase or decrease the second target's level by the first target monster's level. If this card is used as material or tribute for a summon of a dragon monster, you can target one spell/trap in your GY, add that card to your hand. You can only activate this effect of Dragon Archiver roll A once per turn. Now I can summon monsters between levels 2 and 7 at the same time. Timmy explained to them. So you can bring out up to 3 monsters? Alito asked, hearing that. Interesting. Dragon sorcerers built on the ancient archive. Grant us your boon on your wisdom. Pendulum summon. Come my monsters. Timmy raised an arm as shooting out were 2 lights that came into Yggdrasil and Dingernell. Attack position. Dragon Archiver Yggdrasil. Wind. Level 4. Pendulum scale, 7. Dragon pendulum effect. ATK, 1500. Def, 800. Pendulum effect: Dragon Archiver monsters on the field gain 300 ATK. Once per turn, if your opponent activates the effect of a Dragon Archiver monster, you can change the effect to where it's as if you activated that effect instead. Monster effect: at the start of your battle phase, target one monster you control. That monster gains 1000 ATK until the end of the battle phase. If this card is used as material or tribute for a summon of a dragon monster, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Dragon Archiver monster from your deck to either player's field in defense position. You can only activate this effect of Dragon Archiver Yggdrasil once per turn. Attack position: Dragon Archiver Dingernell. Wind. Level 4. Pendulum scale, 2. Dragon pendulum effect. ATK, 1500. Def, 1100. Pendulum effect: Dragon Archiver monsters on the field cannot be destroyed by battle once per turn. Once per turn, if a Dragon Archiver monster you control is targeted by an opponent's card effect, you can negate the activation. Monster effect: at the end of the battle phase, if an opponent's monster was destroyed by battle this turn, gain 1000 LP. If this card is used as material or tribute for a summon of a dragon monster, you can inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each card they currently control. You can only activate this effect of Dragon Archiver Dingernell once per turn. Mizar's eyes narrowed slightly. Is he going to bring out one of those dragons? And now I overlay Dingernell and Yggdrasil. The two glowed different colors, flying up, entering the overlay network together, shattering. The archives of the dragons focus on studying the treacherous fangs. And now the dragon that sleeps in the pitch-black darkness is ready to fight all those foolish enough to oppose it. XYZ Summon. Rank 4, Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. Emerging was Dark Rebellion, flying right beside Utopia, roaring loud over. Attack position: Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. Dark. Rank 4. Dragon effect XYZ. ATK, 2500. Def, 2000. 2 level 4 monsters. You can detach 2 materials from this card, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Its ATK becomes half its current ATK, and if it does, this card gains that lost ATK. Oru, 2. What in the world is that? Alito questions, seeing the dragon. It's one of 4 powerful dragons that he has. Mizar spoken over to him. Now we get to see what it can do. Timmy then pointed over. I can't attack, but I can do effects. First up, Yggdrasils. As it's used to summon a dragon, I take another Dragon Archiver to either our fields in defense. He checks over which card to use before then taking it. And it is Gallissimo. Gallissimo rose up beside Janie, kneeling down. Defense position: Dragon Archiver Gallissimo. Wind. Level 3. Pendulum scale, 1. Dragon pendulum tuner effect. ATK, 1200. Def, 0. Pendulum effect. Dragon Archiver monsters cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. Once per turn, you can target one Dragon Archiver monster in your GY, special summon that target in defense position to your opponent's side of the field, but during the end phase, shuffle it into your deck. Monster effect. During your standby phase while you control this face-up card, add one monster from your deck to your hand. If this card is used as material or tribute for a summon of a dragon monster, you can target up to 2 cards in your GY. Shuffle them into the deck, and if you do, send the top 2 cards of your deck to the GY. You can only activate this effect of Dragon Archiver Gallissimo once per turn. Then Dingernell's ability deals you 200 points of damage multiplied by the number of cards on your field. Alito and Mizar braced themselves. Alito and Mizar, 4200/hands, Alito 1/Mizar, 3. Alright, I then activate Temple of the Dragon Archivers. A new field spell for his deck appeared where the sphere field glitched for a bit before vanishing, allowing them down on the ground, but the effects of the sphere field still linger. The field spell on the card shows of a brown ruined temple with vines and moss but has the Dragon Archiver crest on the top in the middle of an ocean. Field Zone. Temple of the Dragon Archivers. Field spell card. Players that activate the effects of a Dragon Archiver monster gains 300 LP. Monsters that were special summoned using a Dragon Archiver monster, fusion, synchro, XYZ, ritual, are treated as Dragon Archiver monsters. Once per turn, if a monster is special summoned using a Dragon Archiver monster as material or tribute, the player that summoned that monster can activate one of the following effects. The summoned monster gains 500 ATK/def. Draw 1 card. Special summon 1 monster from the GY. If this card is in your GY, you can banish 1 card from your GY, or face up in your extra deck, set this card from your GY. You can only activate Temple of the Dragon Archivers per turn. Nice one, Timmy. Yuma grinned. Now Dark Rebellion is a Dragon Archiver. Dark Rebellion growled over from the name change. Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, treated as a Dragon Archiver monster. Then I use his ability. Treason Discharge. Dark Rebellion readied over opening his wings, and shot purple electricity binding over Tachyon Dragon, who roared loud. Dark Rebellion, ATK, 2500 plus 1500 equals 4000/ORU, 2-1-0. Tachyon Dragon, ATK, 3000 divided by 2 is equal to 1500. Then Temple allows us both to gain 300 points. Timmy added as he, and Yuma glowed slightly from the slight healing effect. Yuma and Timmy, 8300/hands, Yuma, 2/Timmy, 0. So now Yuma and Timmy has the advantage. Alan grinned over seeing this. They will definitely kick those 2 creeps' butts. I don't know, it looks like they have an advantage, but I have a feeling this duel is far from over. Shark frowned. I can't do anything else this turn. Timmy admitted over. So I end my turn. And with that the duel can really get started. Timmy's hand, 0/field with Yuma, Temple of the Dragon Archivers, Field Zone, Dragon Archiver Renoto, Pendulum, Dragon Archiver Role, Pendulum, number 39, Utopia, Attack Position /ORU, 2, Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, Attack Position /ATK, 4500, 1 set card. Yuma and Timmy, 8300. Hands, Yuma, 2/Timmy, 0. Field, Temple of the Dragon Archivers, Field Zone, Dragon Archiver Renoto, Pendulum, Dragon Archiver Role, Pendulum, number 39, Utopia, Attack Position /ORU, 2, Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, Attack Position /ATK, 4500, 1 set card. Alito and Mizar, 4200. Hands, Alito, 1/Mizar, 3. Field, number 105, Batlin Boxer Star Cestus, Attack Position /ORU, 3, number 107, Galaxy's Tachyon Dragon, Attack Position /ATK, 1500/ORU, 2. Dragon Archiver, Janie, Attack Position, Dragon Archiver, Gallissimo, Defense Position, 2 set cards. Alito's second turn. Well, I'm satisfied already. I'm not disappointed seeing what Timmy can do himself. Alito grinned over towards Timmy while speaking to Mizar, feeling eager and excited to see what he can do personally now, and needless to say his expectations are more than met. Do not underestimate him, Alito. His dragon is very powerful, and while it isn't a number, it can deal quite a bit of damage no matter which of us he attacks. Mizar warned him. Noted. I draw. Alito drew, checking. While you draw, Alito blinked towards Timmy, who explained. Galissimo's mandatory effect forces you to add a monster to your hand during your standby phase. Alito blinked from the odd move, checking over his deck and adding his monster of choice. And as you just used the effect of a Dragon Archiver, Temple's effect gives you 300 life points. The healing effect went over the 2, which isn't much. Alito and Mizar, 4,500/hands, both 3. Wait, why would you heal us? Alito questioned, hearing that. It's the effect of my field spell. Whoever uses the effect of a Dragon Archiver gains 300 life points. Timmy explained over that as his deck's theme is giving his opponents his monsters for benefits for himself, it's completely fair they get extra life points in exchange. That's just like Timmy, always giving. Anna smiled. Alito checked over before he grinned over. Well, your effect is bad to use. First up, I summoned Batlin Boxer Counterpunch. A blue padded boxer alongside some sort of yellow weapon in his hand rose up, readying. Attack position. Batlin Boxer Counterpunch. Fire. Level 3. Warrior/effect. ATK 0. Def 1100. During the damage step of either player's turn, when a Batlin Boxer monster you control is attacking or being attacked, you can banish this card from your hand or graveyard. That monster gains 1000 ATK until the end of this turn. You can only use the effect of Batlin Boxer Counterpunch once per turn. Thanks to that, I overlay both it alongside one of the monsters you gave me. Alito raised an arm as counterpunch, and Janie glowed over, flying into the overlay network. Not good. Yuma frowned. Timmy, your move might have backfired. There is always a risk that my opponent use my monsters. Timmy admitted. All things at your command. Enter clad in black authority. XYZ summon. Batlin Boxer Cheat Commissioner. Some sort of black clad suited man with a riding crop, and some sort of blowhorn rise up in defense. Defense position. Treated as a Dragon Archiver. Batlin Boxer Cheat Commissioner. Fire. Rank 3. Warrior effect XYZ. ATK 0. Def 1300. 2 level 3 monsters. All monsters your opponent controls must attack, if able. While you control another Batlin Boxer monster, your opponent's monsters cannot target this card for attacks. When an attack is declared involving another Batlin Boxer monster you control, you can detach 2 materials from this card, look at your opponent's hand, then set 1 spell from their hand to your field. Oru, 2. Timmy grunted over before then calling. The effect of Temple then activates. As a monster was summoned using a Dragon Archiver, you pick one of 3 effects to use. You draw a card, the monster you summon gains 500 points, or you summon a monster from the graveyard. Well, Alito, which will you choose? Mizar inquired, turning to his fellow emperor. Alito closed his eyes, grinning. Well, the boost is nice, but not for someone like Cheat Commissioner. The other options are tempting, so tough choice. If I had to choose. He then grinned over, opening his eyes. I'll go with drawing a card. He drew a card. That's probably the worst choice, especially if he drew a useful card. Shark frowned. Alito places the card in his hand, and takes another one. Well, now is Ring Announcer. Ring Announcer. Normal spell card. This card is always treated as a Batlin Boxing card. Special summon 1 Batlin Boxer monster from your hand, then you can destroy spells/traps on the field, up to the number of XYZ monsters you control. You can only activate 1 Ring Announcer per turn. I summon a Batlin Boxer from the hand. And my choice lies in Glassjaw. Alito summons a large bulk-like boxer with a black mask. Attack position. Batlin Boxer Glassjaw. Fire. Level 4. Warrior / Effect. ATK 2000. Def 0. If this card is targeted for an attack, destroy this card. When this card is sent to the GY by card effect, you can target one Battling Boxer monster in your GY, except Battling Boxer Glossjaw, add it to your hand. And then for every XYZ monster on the field, a spell or trap card on your fields are destroyed. Timmy and Yuma widen their eyes as Timmy's pendulum cards were destroyed alongside Yuma's facedown. Not good. Rio frowns seeing that. And Yuma here is another one. Galissimo and Glossjaw flew up, entering the overlay network together. 'Cause here is another boxer for the ring, Battling Boxer King Dempsey. Appearing over was another boxer that has red turbine rockets and yellow gloves beating the air. Attack position. Treated as a Dragon Archiver monster. Battling Boxer King Dempsey. Fire. Level 4. Warrior Effect XYZ. ATK 2300. Def 1800. 2 level 4 monsters. If this card is special summoned, you can take one level 4 or lower Fire Warrior monster or one Battling Boxing spell / trap from your deck, and either add it to your hand or send it to the GY. Quick effect: you can detach one material from a monster you control, and if you do, apply the following effect. Your opponent cannot target Battling Boxer monsters you control with card effects for the rest of this turn. You can only use each effect of Battling Boxer King Dempsey once per turn. Oru 2. Temple's effect is only once a turn. Timmy grunted over seeing what his move done has helped Alito immensely, wondering why his other opponents never done what he done. This is really bad. Rio frowned. They're up against 4 XYZ monsters. King Dempsey when summoned allows me to take another Battling Boxer to my hand. Alito takes a card, adding it to his hand over. And as King Dempsey is a Dragon Archiver now, they also gain Temple's bonus. Alito and Mizar, 4800/hands, Alito, 2/Mizar, 3. Okay, now that all of the warm-up is over, we can get right to the ring. Battle. Yuma and Timmy geared themselves up before Alito points over to Utopia. Star Cestus, let's begin by attacking Utopia. Star Cestus geared up, charging at Utopia, who readied over a blade, slashing down that Star Cestus parried, trying to attack with boxing punches that Utopia dodged over, and turned to slash only for Star Cestus to block with one of his shield wings in a hard brawl. This is bad. Anna frowned. Hang on, won't they both be destroyed? They have the same attack points. Alan realized over that this attack will take out not only Utopia but Star Cestus as well. It has to be a special ability. Ray frowned. Well, I don't let it happen. Yuma called as Utopia takes an overlay unit. 'Cause Utopia's got a Lightwing shield to stop your attack. Utopia summoned his signature shield as Star Cestus charged in to attack. Oru, 2-1. Not this time, Utopia. I activate Star Cestus ability that makes him able to break through your shield, and himself to survive. Alito countered as Star Cestus takes a unit punching that breaks through Lightwing shield, and struck Utopia. Utopia, effects negated. Star Cestus cannot be destroyed in battle /ORU, 3-2. With that effect difference, Star Cestus gave a punch at Utopia's face, destroying him, but as both it and Star Cestus have the same attack points, neither player takes any damage involving the battle. He destroyed Utopia so easily. Anna cried in shock. And it won't be alone. Alito smirked before Cheat Commissioner takes its 2 units. ORU, 2-1-0. First off, as a Battling Boxer attacked, I get to take a peek at your hands, and set a spell to my hand if you have any. As Yuma is the only one with a hand, he grunted, revealing his last 2 cards with closed eyes, which Alito and Mizar sees that he has Gagaga Gardna and Bacon Saver on hand. No spell cards, oh well. Alito shrugged. Alito and Mizar, 5100/hands, Alito, 2/Mizar, 3. He then turned to Dark Rebellion, grinning. I'll just get after Dark Rebellion then. King Dempsey, attack it. Dempsey charged in, readying its rocket punches while Dark Rebellion roared over. And like before, Star Cestus gives it a boost over. Star Cestus takes another unit while both monsters glowed. Dark Rebellion, effects negated /ATK, 4000 minus 1500 is equal to 2500. King Dempsey, cannot be destroyed in battle. Star Cestus, ORU, 2-1. Then to give some added bonus counterpunches, effect in the graveyard banishes it to add 1000 more points to King Dempsey. King Dempsey glowed over gaining power. King Dempsey, ATK, 2300 plus 1000 is equal to 3300. King Dempsey landed a critical hit of a punch on Dark Rebellion, which it roared loud destroyed, while Timmy raised an arm grunting over. Yuma and Timmy, 7500/hands, Yuma, 2/Timmy, 0. Alito grinned over. Mind if I borrow your card for a sec, Mizar? Mizar only stared over, not vocally answering, but Alito raised an arm. Alright, Tachyon Dragon. Attack them directly with Tachyon Spiral of Destruction. Tachyon Dragon rose up, charging an attack, blasting over. Yuma grunted, raising a card. I summoned Gagaga Gardna. One of the monsters he was forced to reveal rose on the field. Attack position. Gagaga Gardna. Earth. Level 4. Warrior/effect. ATK, 1500. Def, 2000. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is targeted for an attack, you can discard one card. This card cannot be destroyed by that battle. Attack position? Timmy blinked, turning as Tachyon Dragon attacked over at Gagaga Gardna. As Gardna is being attacked, I discard a card to keep him from being destroyed. Yuma discards Bacon Saver to use the effect, and while Tachyon Dragon can't be destroyed from its effect as a number, Gardna is vulnerable unless Yuma defends it. In addition, as Tachyon Dragon isn't a Batlin boxer, Alito can't use Star Cestus effect to give it the advantage. Gagaga Gardna cannot be destroyed by battle. He survived, but barely. Alan frowned. This is really bad. I know, they'll need a miracle to turn this around. Fortunately, Yuma might be able to pull one off with Astral's help. Rio admitted. Okay, Yuma. Alito grinned, setting 2 cards. Your turn now. Alito's hand, 0/field with Mizar, number 105, Batlin Boxer Star Cestus, attack position /ORU, 1, number 107. Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon, attack position /ATK, 1500/ORU, 2, Batlin Boxer King Dempsey, attack position /ORU, 2/ treated as a Dragon Archiver, Batlin Boxer Cheat Commissioner, defense position / treated as a Dragon Archiver, for set cards. Yuma's second turn. Yuma sighed in relief, wiping his head from the really close call. Alito certainly showed what he can do, so it's his turn on it. But he heard something where Timmy is looking down. Hey Tim, why you looking down? I'm sorry Yuma, it was Cosme that he managed to gain that huge advantage onto us. Timmy spoke to him looking guilty. Yuma however shakes his head grinning. Hey, don't sweat it Tim. Alito has shown us what he can do, so we got to show him what we can do as well. Perhaps Duman was mistaken, I'll finish this on my next turn. Mizar thought with a frown. Yuma then looked over. Okay, I draw. Yuma drew, checking. He grinned before activating a card. And I activate XYZ Treasure. The card appeared on the field. XYZ Treasure. Normal spell card. Draw 1 card for each face-up XYZ monster on the field. For every XYZ monster on the field, I can draw a card. Yuma called as all 4 of the Baryon's XYZ monsters glowed, generating light that synchronized in his deck. I am so feeling the flow, I draw. He drew 4 cards, checking over. That'll definitely help. Shark admitted. He takes them, drawing over before he grinned. 2 can play at the game you're using Alito. Alito blinked before Yuma reveals Monster Reborn. Starting is Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn. Normal spell card. Target 1 monster in either GY, special summon it. So I can summon one of Tim's monsters. Janie. Janie raise up on the field beside Gagaga Gardna. Dragon Archiver, Janie, attack position. Mizar widened his eyes slightly. And now I use Gagaga Gardna and Janie to build the overlay network. The two blowed flying up into an overlay network. XYZ summon. Come on, Gagaga Cowboy. Gagaga Cowboy rounded up over readying on the field. Attack position. Treated as a Dragon Archiver. Gagaga Cowboy. Earth. Rank 4. Warrior Effect XYZ. ATK 1500. Def 2400. 2 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach one XYZ material from this card. Apply this effect, depending on this card's current battle position. Attack position: if this card attacks an opponent's monster this turn, it gains 1000 ATK, also the opponent's monster loses 500 ATK, during the damage step only. Defense position: inflict 800 damage to your opponent. Oru, 2. And thanks to Tim's field spell, I can summon back Utopia from the graveyard. The graveyard portal opened where Utopia rose back up from the graveyard to fight back. Number 39, Utopia, attack position. Wait, but with no overlay units Utopia's vulnerable. Anna frowned. Maybe, but not for long. Yuma grinned, taking a card. Thanks to Armored XYZ. The card that Shark given him appeared on the field. Armored XYZ. Normal spell card. Target one face-up monster you control and one XYZ monster in your GY. Equip that monster from your GY to that monster on the field as an equip spell with these effects. Change the equipped monster's ATK to this card's ATK. The equipped monster gains this card's attribute. At the end of the damage step, if the equipped monster attacked, you can send this card to the GY. That attacking monster can make a second attack in a row. So now Utopia becomes equipped to Cowboy. Utopia flew up where Gagaga Cowboy braced itself, being equipped over with Utopia-themed armor, and its wings on his back. Gagaga Cowboy, attribute, Earth/Light/ATK, 2500/equipped with number 39, Utopia. Number 39, Utopia, equipped to Gagaga Cowboy. What's the point of that move? Mizar questioned. Well, watch here. I activate its ability. So now whenever Cowboy attacks he gains 1000 points, and your monster loses 500 of them. Yuma called as Cowboy takes an overlay unit to be ready. Gagaga Cowboy, ORU, 2-1. Yuma and Timmy, 7800/hands, Yuma, 2/Timmy, 0. What? Alito cried in shock. Alright, now Gagaga Cowboy attack Tachyon Dragon. Cowboy charged with Utopia's wings, charged in as Tachyon Dragon roared in defiance. Alito however smirked over. Not so fast, Yuma. I also have a Armor XYZ card. I activate the effect of full armored XYZ in my graveyard. The trap card appeared before vanishing. I banish this card to equip an XYZ monster on my field with another XYZ monster on my field, or graveyard, and that monster gains the attack points of that monster but can also avoid destruction by destroying that monster. So I'll be equipping Tachyon Dragon with Nova Kaiser from the graveyard. Shocked, the humans watched as Nova Kaiser burst out of the graveyard, merging with Tachyon Dragon, where the dragon is equipped with Nova Kaiser themed armor as it roared from the power-up. Tachyon Dragon, ATK, 1500 plus 2600 is equal to 4100. Then the effects hit from Gagaga Cowboy, which isn't enough to overpower Tachyon Dragon. Gagaga Cowboy, ATK, 2500 plus 1000 is equal to 3500. Tachyon Dragon, ATK, 4100 minus 500 is equal to 3600. Only a difference of 100 points. So close, but it's not enough. Ray frowned. Tachyon Dragon charged an attack, blasting over at it, which Yuma grunted. I activate Bacon Saver's effect in the graveyard. By banishing this card, Gagaga Cowboy isn't destroyed, and I don't take any damage. The pig popped out to tank the blast. Alito however smirked. Not if I have anything to say about it. Jolt counter activate. One of his counter traps popped up. Jolt counter. Counter trap card. During the battle phase, when a spell/trap card, or monster effect, is activated while you control a Battling Boxer monster, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. During battle, a spell, trap, or monster effect is negated and destroyed while I have a Battling Boxer in play. Alito grinned as Bacon Saver turned to dust as the blast enveloped Gagaga Cowboy, destroying it harshly as they grunted, stepping back. Yuma and Timmy, 7700/hands, Yuma, 2/Timmy, 0. Is that all you can do? Mizar asked Yuma. Yuma slowly gets up before looking up, revealing to both their surprise he is still grinning. What are you grinning about? Alito questioned. Well, thanks for that. Yuma grinned, activating another card. 'Cause I can use this. XYZ double back. XYZ double back. Quick play spell card. During the turn a face-up XYZ monster you control was destroyed. If you control no monsters, target one XYZ monster in your graveyard that was destroyed this turn and one monster in your graveyard with ATK less than or equal to that XYZ monsters. Special summon these targets, but they are destroyed during the end phase. When an XYZ monster on my field is destroyed, and I don't have a monster now, I take an XYZ monster destroyed this turn alongside another XYZ monster that has equal or fewer attack points, and bring them back. Yuma called as both Utopia and Dark Rebellion rose back from the graveyard. Number 39, Utopia, attack position/destroyed during the end phase. Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, attack position/destroyed during the end phase. Mizar frowned. So you have your monsters back on the field? Not for long. At the end of the turn, they're destroyed. But price is worth it. Utopia attack King Dempsey. Utopia readied, charging in forward towards King Dempsey. Alito grunted over calling. I activate Star Cestus effect. It stops King Dempsey from being destroyed, and you take the damage we would take. Star Cestus takes its final unit as it glowed. Oru, 1-0. Utopia, effects negated. King Dempsey, cannot be destroyed. Utopia slashed down on them, but King Dempsey is still on the field, which the backlash hit Yuma and Timmy. Yuma and Timmy, 7500/hands, Yuma, 1/Timmy, 0. But now you can't use the effect anymore. Yuma pointed out, and pointed over. Dark Rebellion, your turn. Attack King Dempsey. Dark Rebellion growled over before when it noticed Timmy's knot had charged forward, piercing through King Dempsey, destroying it as Alito stepped back slightly. Alito and Mizar, 4900/hands, Alito, 0/Mizar, 3. After all of that, Yuma finally destroys one of them, and now Star Cestus has run out of steam to use its effect. Alan admitted over. Maybe. Shark frowned. Now main phase 2, Yuma raised an arm. And now I rebuild the overlay network with Utopia. Utopia formed back to a sealed form, flying into the overlay network. Show yourself, the power of hope, the messenger that changes chaos into light. Chaos XYZ change. Chaos number 39, Utopia Ray. Utopia Ray emerged from the overlay network, readying over on the field. Despite it not being to use its ability, Yuma had made a smart move, as from that Utopia Ray won't be destroyed from XYZ double backs effect, which leaves him and Timmy with some defense. Attack position. Number C39, Utopia Ray. Light. Rank 4. Warrior effect XYZ. ATK, 2500. Def, 2000. 3 level 4 light monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle, except with number monsters. You can also XYZ summon this card by using a number 39, Utopia you control as material. Transfer its materials to this card. You can detach one material from this card, it gains 500 ATK until the end of this turn, and if it does, one monster your opponent controls loses 1000 ATK until the end of this turn. You must have 1000 LP or less to activate and to resolve this effect. Oru, 1. Is that all? Mizar questioned. I place one card down. That's all. Yuma ends his turn now. From a Dark Rebellion was destroyed from the drawback of XYZ double back, but Utopia Ray is still on the field to defend them. Yuma's Hand, 0/field with Timmy, Temple of the Dragon Archivers, Field Zone, number C39, Utopia Ray, Attack Position /ORU, 1 set card. Mizar second turn. Then it's my move, and I believe I'll start by returning the favor Timothy gave us earlier. As I control a Dragon-type XYZ monster, I can call on Galaxy Ice Tachyon Primal to your field in attack position. Tachyon Primal rose up on their field roaring over. Attack position. Galaxy Ice Tachyon Primal. Light. Level 8. Dragon/Effect. ATK, 3000. Def, 2500. When a Dragon XYZ monster declares an attack, attach this card on the field to it as material. You can only use each of the following effects of Galaxy Ice Tachyon Primal once per turn. If a Dragon XYZ monster is on the field, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand to either field. If this card is normal or special summoned, its owner adds one Tachyon spell/trap from their deck to their hand. Ha! Why did you give us a monster like that? Yuma asked, confused and off guard. Timmy, however, knows what grunting over. Yuma, be careful. Now, I'll summon Tachyon Clouddragon. Mizar continued as the smaller version of his number appeared. Attack position. Tachyon Clouddragon. Light. Level 4. Dragon/Effect. ATK, 300. Def, 250. If this card is added to your hand, except by drawing it, you can special summon it. You contribute this card, special summon one Tachyon monster from your deck or GY, except Tachyon Clouddragon. If you special summon a Dragon XYZ monsters, except during the damage step, you can target one of them, attach this card to it as material from the GY, if it was there when the monster was summoned, or hand, even if not. You can only use each effect of Tachyon Clouddragon once per turn. And now, I activate the spell Rank Up Magic Barion's Force. Rank Up Magic Barion's Force. Normal spell card. Target one face-up XYZ monster you control, special summon from your extra deck, one number C or CXYZ monster with the same type as that monster you control but one rank higher, by using it as the XYZ material. This special summon is treated as an XYZ summon. XYZ materials attached to it also become XYZ materials on the summoned monster. Then, if possible, detach one XYZ material from a monster your opponent controls and attach it to the summoned monster as an XYZ material. I use this spell to rank up my Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon. From that, Tachyon Dragon roared, flying up into the overlay network while Nova Cassier was destroyed as Tachyon Dragon was no longer present. Timmy grunted, now seeing they're really gonna see what it was that Mizar tried to summon. Go Barian Battlemorph. Mizar called as he changed shape into his Barian form over raising his arms. Manifest yourself, Chaos numbers 107. The particles that dwell inside my very soul. Now, surge through time and become the power that exceeds even light. Chaos XYZ change. Neo Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon. This time appearing from a large golden light was a configuration that deformed into a golden-plated Tachyon Dragon having a purple 107 on its body with 3 heads, and red eyes alongside 3 tails roaring loud above Mizar. Attack position. Gains extra effect. Number C107, Neo Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon. Light. Rank 9. Dragon Effect XYZ. ATK, 4500. Def, 3000. 3 level 9 monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle, except with number monsters. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card. Until the end of this turn, negate the effects of all other face-up cards currently on the field. Also, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects on the field. If this card has number 107, Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon as material, it gains this effect. You contribute 2 monsters. This card can make up to 3 attacks on monsters during each battle phase this turn. Oru, 3. So that's Neo Tachyon. Timmy trailed off, feeling amazing power from this dragon as it growled over towards its opponents. As I used Baryon's force to summon this monster, my Neo Galaxy-Eyes Tachyon Dragon takes one of Utopia Ray's overlay units. Mizar declared as the overlay unit flew from Utopia Ray and turned into a fourth Chaos overlay unit for Neo Tachyon. Number C39, Utopia Ray, ORU, 1-0. Number C107, Neo Galaxy-Eyes Tachyon Dragon, ORU, 3-4. Oh man, not good. Yuma frowns seeing that. It's about to get much worse. I activate Neo Galaxy-Eyes Tachyon Dragon's ability. By using one Chaos Overlay unit, I can not only negate the effects of every other card on the field, but you are no longer allowed to activate any card on the field as well. Go Time Tyrant! Taking the unit, Neo Tachyon roared loud as it looked as though time started rewinding in inverted colors, looking around as every card on the field seemed to have shut down. Number C107, Neo Galaxy-Eyes Tachyon Dragon, ORU, 4-3. Temple of the Dragon Archivers, effects negated. Number C39, Utopia Ray, effects negated. Galaxy-Eyes Tachyon Primal, effects negated. Number 105, Batlin Boxer Star Cestus, effects negated. Tachyon Plowdragon, effects negated. Batlin Boxer Cheat Commissioner, effects negated. Now, I use Neo Galaxy-Eyes Tachyon Dragon's other ability. Mizar called, which both his smaller dragon and Cheat Commissioner transformed to energy being absorbed. By sending Tachyon Clouddragon and Batlin Boxer Cheat Commissioner to the graveyard, my dragon can attack monsters up to 3 times this turn. Attack Tachyon Primal with ultimate Tachyon Spiral of Destruction. Neo Tachyon roared, charging in attack and blasting over. Tachyon Primal's effect activated but didn't have much importance over being easily destroyed, while Timmy and Yuma are pushed back. Yuma and Timmy, 6,000/hands, both, 0. Now, attack Utopia Ray! Mizar declared. Neo Tachyon turned its attention to Utopia Ray, blasting over, which destroyed Utopia Ray upon contact as Yuma was pushed back. That Timmy noticed, worried. Yuma! Said boy collapsed down, groaning over. Yuma and Timmy, 4,000/hands, both, 0. Now, I attack your life points directly with number 105, Batlin Boxer Star Cestus. Mizar declared. Star Cestus charged over as Timmy turned over too late as Star Cestus landed a punch at his cheek which pushed him to the ground, groaning. Yuma and Timmy, 1,500/hands. Both, 0. You still have 1,500 life points, but whatever you do will not be enough. Mizar told him while looking at the last card in his hand, turning over towards them. Normally I wouldn't do this, but since this duel is over, no matter what I'll tell you, I'm going to set a powerful trap card known as Tachyon Chaos Hole Facedown. This trap activates if you can somehow destroy my Neo Galaxy-Eyes Tachyon Dragon, and it will destroy and banish every face-up card you control. Then, during Alito's draw phase, by banishing this trap, he can bring my Neo Galaxy-Eyes back to his field and attack you directly with its full power. In other words, this is your final move. Having said that, Mizar set his last card, ending his turn. So wait, if he has a trap that powerful, then what are his other 2 set cards? Alan asked, worried over. I don't think I want to know. Ray frowned. Mizar's hand, 0/field with Alito, number 105, Batlin Boxer Star Cestus, attack position/effects negated. Number C107, Neo Galaxy-Eyes Tachyon Dragon, attack position/ORU, 3, 4 set cards. Timmy's second turn. Timmy slowly gets up, grunting over. Alito then smirked over. Before you make your move, I'll be doing the trick from earlier. Rank up Magic Quick Chaos. Rank up Magic Quick Chaos. Quick play spell card. Target one number XYZ monster you control, except a number C monster, special summon from your extra deck, one number C monster with the same number in its name as that target, but one rank higher, by using it as the XYZ material. This is treated as an XYZ summon. Transfer its materials to the summoned monster. This card also allows me to rank up Star Cestus. Star Cestus turned red, returning back to the overlay network. No way! Yuma cried in shock. Go Bar Ian Battlemorph. Alito turned red, transforming into his full body in form of a muscled red guy with a black mask on his face, and wearing darker red pants. Appear, Chaos number 105. Your true form, the champion of all, Battling Boxer Comet Cestus. Raising was Star Cestus but in pink chaotic energy alongside a blue and red form with 4 wing-like fists on his back alongside red eyes. Attack position. Number C105, Battling Boxer Comet Cestus. Fire. Rank 5. Warrior Effect XYZ. ATK, 2800. Def, 2000. 4 level 5 monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle, except with number monsters. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the GY, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the destroyed monster's original ATK. If this card has number 105, Battling Boxer Star Cestus as material, it gains this effect. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy it, and if you destroyed a face-up monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the ATK that monster had on the field. Oru, 1. Seeing the monster, Mizar turned back to Timmy. Well, if he is Huduman, and I believe he is, this is his chance to prove it, otherwise this duel ends on Alito's next turn. Timmy slowly gets up, drawing, seeing its archive draw. Oh man, these two are tougher, even tougher than before. But still, I won't give up. That in mind, he looked over. I activate Archive Draw. Archive Draw. Normal spell card. If you control no special summon monsters, draw 1 card equal to the number of special summon monsters your opponent controls, and if you do, for the rest of the turn after this effect resolves, you cannot summon any monsters except dragon monsters. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your GY, special summon 1 dragon archiver monster from your hand to your opponent's field, and if you it is unaffected to spell/trap effects. You can only activate 1 archive draw once per turn. With no special summon monsters in play, I draw a card for every special summon monster on your field. Neo-Tachyon and Comet Cestus glowed as Timmy drew 2 cards as Yuma slowly sits up trying to get up to help Timmy. Those 2 cards better be good. Shark frowned. Timmy checked over. He blinked over at one of them, a spell he never seen. What's this? He stares over, seeing it over, and widen his eyes. Wait, is this what I read it is, a rank-up magic? Yes it is. Timmy turned where number archive is beside him. Seeing the kind of effect that your girlfriend had it using Argent Chaos Force, I created a version where it can be safe for you to use. I'd suggest you use it. At that, Timmy checked over, nodding, understand he'd better use the card. Okay, I activate Archive Necromancy. Timmy takes a card showing it's where Yggdrasil, Keenth, and Irolkal are around a grave performing purple magic that a king of the skull servants is raising from a coffin. Archive Necromancy. Normal spell card. Target 1 dragon monster in your GY. Special summon it to either player's field and defense position, but negate its effects. During your opponent's battle phase, if a monster you control is destroyed in battle, you can banish 1 other card from your GY, add 1 card from your GY to your hand. You can only activate each effect of Archive Necromancy per turn. By negating its effects, and summoning it in defense, I bring back a dragon from the graveyard to either our fields. Timmy explained. There's no dragon in the graveyard powerful enough to face my Neo-Tachyon. Mizar told him. Not when I believe in it. Dark Rebellion. Dark Rebellion rose back up, roaring loud. Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, defense position/effects negated. Then I use this. Timmy reveals the card he had been eyeing, a spell showing the crest of the dragon archivers that is glowing with rainbow energy. What is that? Alito questioned. This is something you might remember. Rank up Magic Archiver Force. The card glowed bright over to show itself as a powerful spell. Rank up Magic Archiver Force. Normal spell card. This card's activation and effect cannot be negated if you don't control a Dragon Archiver monster in the Pendulum Zone. Target 1 Dragon XYZ monster you control, special summon from your extra deck, one Dragon XYZ monster that is one rank higher than that monster you control, by using it as material, and if you do, attach this card to it as additional material. This is treated as an XYZ summon. Transfer its materials to the summoned monster. The summoned monster becomes a Dragon Archiver monster, also it is unaffected to your opponent's spell and trap effects. You can only activate one rank up magic Archiver force per turn. Rank up magic. Alito cried in shock as Mizar's eyes widened. Rank up magic. That isn't Argent Chaos Force, where'd he get that? Alan asked, shocked seeing Timmy using a different rank up magic than the one that humans can use. We can ask him. After the duel. Rio answered. And now Dark Rebellion, I rank you up. Dark Rebellion roared loud, shooting up into the overlay network to be rebuilt. Go rank up XYZ evolution. Everyone looked shocked as the dragon flew into the overlay network. The archives of the dragons focus on studying the Song of Rebellion. And now the dragon that sleeps in the depths of purgatory can let it echo forevermore for the unsinking souls. Rank up XYZ change. Appear now, rank 5. Dark Requiem XYZ Dragon. Emerging over was Dark Rebellion, but it now looks bigger with bone-like armor on its form alongside some horns on his head, spreading its wings, energizing over into stained glass patterns used in churches, roaring on the field. Attack position. Treated as a Dragon Archiver monster. Gains extra effect. Dark Requiem XYZ Dragon. Dark. Rank 5. Dragon Effect XYZ. ATK, 3000. Def, 2500. 3 level 5 monsters. If this card has Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon as material, it gains these effects. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls, change its ATK to 0, and if you do, this card gains ATK equal to that monster's original ATK. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card, then you can special summon one XYZ monster from your GY. Oru, 1. Your new dragon only has 3000 attack points, that's not enough to defeat my Neo Galaxy Ice Tachyon dragon. Mizar told him after snapping out of his shock. Not when I use his ability. First Archiver Force becomes an overlay unit. Archiver Force glowed, flying up. Dark Requiem, ORU, 1-2. And now I use its ability. Timmy called as Dark Requiem generated purple lighting around its form. Requiem Retribution. Dark Requiem shot lightning binding over Neo Tachyon, who roared loud in agony, feeling its energy getting sucked dry. Neo Tachyon Dragon, ATK. 4500 minus 4500 is equal to 0. Dark Requiem, ATK, 3000 plus 4500 is equal to 7500. Holy fuck! Did it steal all of Neo Tachyon's points just now? Alito widened his eyes, stunned from what he is seeing. He couldn't help cursing. Impossible! Mizar cried in shock seeing that. Then, is it truly possible? Battle! Dark Requiem attack. Dark Requiem flew up as the stained glass images reappeared on its wings, ready to attack over. Mizar, do something. Unable to defend them, Alito turned over to Mizar to try defending them. I reveal my trap, Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy. Mizar called. Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy. Normal trap card. If you control a Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon monster, you can activate this card from your hand. During the battle phase, detach one material from your Galaxy Eyes XYZ monster, shuffle all monsters your opponent controls that were normal or special summon this turn into the deck. If you control a number C monster, this card's activation and effect cannot be negated. You can only activate one Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy per turn. Neo Tachyon Dragon, ORU, 3-2. Since I control Neo Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon, this trap lets me detach one of my dragon's overlay units to shuffle every monster you summon this turn back into the deck, and as I control a chaos number, you can't stop this card or its effects. Dark Requiem charged in ahead as Neo-Tachyon generated over its effect to protect itself over before letting loose, which Dark Requiem in fact it's easily pushing through the trap's effect. What? Alito cried in shock. The monsters summoned by Archiver Force is unaffected to my opponent's spells or traps. Timmy explained before calling over. Finish this Dark Requiem. Dark Destruction. When Dark Requiem is within striking distance, it tackled down Neo-Tachyon down to the ground, piercing through it with its jaw blades, landing beside Mizar, who slowly turned over in slow motion, seeing Dark Requiem had defeated Neo-Tachyon, and Mizar can feel the power it has from it in close distance. Didn't had much time to think as the duel ended with a shockwave. Yuma and Timmy, 1800. Hands, both, 0. Field, Temple of the Dragon Archivers, Field Zone, Dark Requiem XYZ Dragon, Attack Position /ATK, 7500/ORU, 1/ treated as a Dragon Archiver monster / gains extra effect, 1 set card. Alito and Mizar, 0000. Hands, both, 0. Field, number C105, Battlein Boxer Comet Cestus, Attack Position /ORU, 1, number C107, Neo Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon, Attack Position /ORU, 2/ATK, 0, 2 set cards. Yuma and Timmy wins. The area faded away as Timmy stood before he slowly dropped down to his knees, feeling completely drained of energy. Timmy! Anna cried, running over to him as Rio did the same, and they tried to support him. What kind of attack was that? Alito groaned in pain as Mizar weakly struggled to his feet, both now back at human form. I didn't anticipate that. You've won this battle, but this is far from over, he groaned before turning, leaving through a portal, leaving Alito there. Alito slowly sits up as Yuma walked over to him. Well, Yuma, you and Timmy won this fair and square. He then looked over towards Astral. Astral, you can take my numbers now. Astral stared before reaching his hand as a card exited Alito, where he takes it, checking, seeing Nova Kaiser's card. I can't absorb his Star Cestus. A portal opened behind Alito, which he turned before he grinned. See you later. He turned, walking past it before the portal vanished. That was way too close. Ray admitted. Timmy slowly looks up, tired over. Did I did it? Yeah, you did. Rio smiled gently. Meanwhile, in Barian world. Hearing something, Duman turned over, seeing Mizar exhausted and beaten emerging from the portal, knelling down. Alarmed, he walked over, getting beside him. Mizar, what happened? Timothy Wixon is definitely who we believe he is. Mizar answered as he winced and fell to a knee. His dragons are more powerful than anything I've seen before. Alito was able to avoid the majority of the blow, so I doubt he's realized it, but it is. Suddenly he winced again and collapsed out cold from the damage he took from Dark Requiem XYZ Dragon's attack. Duman stared over before closing his eyes, transporting Mizar away. Rest for now, Mizar, you done well. After transporting him away, Duman stood up, closing his eyes, having a lot to think about. It is clear that from Mizar now confirming it, Timmy really is the Savoir to Barian world. Now all that is left is figuring what they are gonna do for now on. If Nash was here, he would definitely figure out what to do, but he is not Nash. So this left him wondering what to do. He should recall Jirag and Alito over for them to discuss with Mizar and Vector when they're available. Meanwhile, Jirag was waiting in the house for what is going on with a frown before he heard a crash nearby. Huh, what was that? Jirag questioned as he looked, only to gasp, seeing Alito on the ground and out cold. Alito! He ran over beside him. Alito weakly looks up towards Jirag. Jirag, he came out of nowhere. Who? Who did? Jirag questioned, hearing that. Come on, you need to hand on Alito. Ray Shadows, he ambushed me nearby. Alito spoke before he fell limp, closing his eyes. Alito! Jirag cried, seeing that. Chapter 36, Duel. As soon as I left, he gotten attacked. He's lucky you founded him. It was night within the scrapyard where Mizar, who has mostly recovered from the duel, was with Jirag as they examined Alito's unconscious state after Jirag had seen him attacked by something which he revealed was Ray. As soon as Jirag sent this, Mizar had came in to see what's wrong, seeing his condition. With his, and Duman's assumption of Timmy being Barian world savior now being true, they want to make sure nothing can hinder or stop his progress, keeping a close monitor at what happens now to have him ready. Although this had thrown a wrench into it, as they didn't expect this. Jirag growled as he clenched his fists. Sure, he and Alito bump heads at each other often, and that they're not really the best of friends, but they're still comrades and partners together. So with that decided, he knows just what to do. I'm gonna make this right, by tearing Ray a new one. Jirag, don't forget. Mizar stood up, staring at his fellow emperor to remind of something important. We only have one more Bariya sphere cube left in our arsenal. They need to use it either to take Yuma's numbers, or further test Timmy. They can't waste it on revenge plans even when the thought is really tempting. I know, and I'll use that cube to avenge Alito. Jirag glared as his eyes glowed pink and he grit his teeth in anger. I can't wait until I'll duel that punk Ray and crush him with my bare hands. No, Jirag, do not let your emotions cloud your judgment. We are not here for revenge, we are here for the numbers. Mizar told him, only to wince. He still hasn't recovered completely from the duel, so he needs to rest more to finish recovering. Do you understand? Jirag frowned but glanced back at Mizar, who still looked drained, which was unusual, but Jirag wasn't thinking about that at the moment since he just wanted to avenge his injured friend. Yeah, I understand perfectly. Good, I'm glad you know what our priorities have to be. I'll return to Barian world with Alito. Mizar told him as he formed a portal. Alito's unconscious body floated up beside him in purple light. You'll be on your own, so do not fail us, Jirag. With that, Mizar and Alito disappeared, leaving Jirag on his own. When they left, Jirag clenched his hand, already making plans. But not to get Yuma's numbers. This time it's personal. Barian world can waste more minutes, I got some avenging to do. The next day was back at the castle residence with someone sleeping on a bed. Slowly the occupant begins waking up, slowly raising up, yawning. Oh man. I slept good. Finally awake, the occupant turned over, seeing Rio in the doorway smiling towards him. Timmy, the occupant smiled before reaching, finding his glasses, and put them on. Yeah. Looking, he sees Rio in her school uniform. Are you and Shark about to head to school? Yeah, are you going to be okay? Rio asked, walking over to him. You had an adventure yesterday. Yeah. I'll be fine. Timmy admitted before he smiled to her as he moved, sitting on the edge of the bed. I managed to get past my fear and beat Mizar. He then gets off the bed, which his legs stumble that he catch himself. Although, maybe a nap in a little bit would be nice. Well, get yourself something to eat first. Timmy looked behind Rio, seeing Shark leaning against the doorway with crossed arms with his usual expression. Rio already made you breakfast, it'll get cold if you wait a bit longer. Rio frowned. Reginald, it can be heated. Anyway, we're going to head out. If you need anything, Anna said to call, okay? Okay. Timmy nodded at that. They begin to head out before the young boy then said, what? Shark turned over to him. If you two aren't in any hurry, I got something I need to tell you too. Timmy spoke to them. Huh, what is it? Rio asked, walking over to him. Are you okay? Well, I had another dream. That filled the two with worried feelings, although Rio was the only one to show it. It's not like the one with Tachyon Dragon like before. I'm not afraid or anything, it's just I seen something powerful, something ethereal. What do you mean? What kind of something? Shark questioned. Something related to Barian world, or your home? I'm not sure, but Timmy tries to recall what the dream was. It is a bit vague, but something within a large light within the known universe. Another dragon, although he can't make out the details, and something was formed. Something that looked like a card. Well, hopefully it's a good thing this time. Rio admitted, hugging him. I'll see you later, Timmy. Timmy smiled, hugging her back. See you later, Rio. I'll give either you or Anna a call if something happens. That said, the castle siblings waved before leaving as Timmy went over heating his breakfast in the microwave. While he eats, he thinks more about this dream. Although he had never been here before since he was in the world where all of this was fictional, there was something about that card that is a bit familiar to him. He isn't sure why he be familiar, or if he should know of this card. And what was that dragon he had seen? Did it had some sort of importance to the card itself? He had also seen the moon during it, although he isn't sure what exactly that is about. He should probably talk with Kite and Dr. Faker about this soon. After taking his last bite, he gave a sudden yawn. Whoa, man. I'm beat, alright, nap time. He walked back to the room he was staying in, taking off his glasses, and placed them on the shelf. Laying down as he drifts off, he sniffed the bed by accident and relaxes more. Oh, it smells like Rio. He peacefully went back to sleep with that. At school, Rio and Shark arrived at the school where they find Yuma and Ray looking a bit beaten up, breathing a bit too heavily. What happened to you two? Shark questioned, looking at them. You like death. Well, we took another Ray way and ended up being chased by a pack of dogs. Yuma admitted, rubbing his head towards them. That sounds great. Maybe don't take the Ray way next time? Rio suggested, rolling her eyes as Yuma winced and held his shoulder. Ah, I'm sorry, Yuma. Ray apologized to him. I guess they're right, the Ray way is usually the wrong way. Ah, no sweat, Ray. At least they're never boring. Yuma grinned over towards him. Yeah, it's tough to get bored. Yes, in the end, when there is danger around the corner. Flip and Caswell, who arrived with them, chuckled, which they all laughed together, with Tori, Kathy, and Bronk with them. Yuma then turned over towards the castles. By the way, Shark, Rio, how is Tim doing? He was pretty beat after me and him kick Alito and Mizar back to Barian world. He's okay, but he's resting for now. Rio admitted before her eyes widened slightly. You don't think that other Barian will go after him, do you? The one with the mohawk? I doubt it. Shark pointed out. Still, he can't shake the feeling that as the last of the Barians they seen now is still here, Timmy should be taken care of. Still, it might be a good idea to have Anna keep an eye out just to be on the safe side. I'll give her a call now. Kathy starts calling on her dual disk for Anna. It rang for a few moments before she got an answer. Hello, Kathy? Anna's voice asked. Hey, Anna. Kathy smiled when she answered. Listen, we just got here in school, and Timmy is taking a nap at the castle residence. With Jirag still around, we were hoping you can be there for him. Sure, I'll head over right now. Anna mentioned. Okay, thank you. Kathy smiled before hanging up. She then turned back. Okay, she's on her way to her home now, Rio. Wow, he is staying at Shark's place? Man, it's difficult to even try getting a sleepover there, 'cause you know it's Shark. Yuma admitted due to how Shark is. Shark just gave Yuma a death glare. Yuma, he went through a lot yesterday when he dueled 2 Barian emperors. I'm surprised you aren't out like a light. Rio pointed out. Well, actually, it's Astral that I'm worried about other than me. Yuma admitted over towards Rio, looking at his emperor key. Since we had dueled Alito and Mizar, he seemed a bit out of it and it hurt him bad. So he's staying in the key to heal up. Oh, so that's why I can't see him. Tori spoke, realizing why she isn't seeing Astral. Should we tell Penelo? We should send a text to Timmy or Anna, and they can tell her. We got school to worry over. Bronk suggested, as they're burning a school day by talking like this. Good idea, the last thing we want to do is be late. Rio agreed, hearing that only to frown a bit. I think I'll call Timmy myself when we get a chance. Oh, and actually Rio, me, and Tori had been talking, and if you and Anna are interested later today we should take our boys out to something. Kathy suggested to Rio with an eager smile. Huh? Rio asked, blushing a bit. What do you mean? Shopping. Kathy answered with a slight chuckle. All four of us with our boyfriends, and your brother as the packing mule to hold it all. Forget it. Shark frowned. Well, why not? Reginald needs to get out of the house away from his usual stuff to do more. Rio spoken up with a smile, liking this idea, especially that gives them all time to bond. Okay, so 5 o'clock? Kathy suggested, already excited for this shopping trip. Tori also. Well, I guess it couldn't hurt. Rio admitted. I haven't gone shopping in a while though. A shark, how'd we get mixed up into being a couple of packing mules for some girls shopping? Yuma couldn't help asking his rival how this happened while sweat dropping. I didn't, you and Bronk did. Shark mentioned walking off. Better be there, Reginald, or only green peppers and onions for you. Rio took this time to warn her brother if he tried to butt out with foods he hate. Shark frowned but nodded, only to sigh. We may as well head to class, we can discuss that later. That said, they all walked to head to class. A few hours later. Timmy was still asleep but slowly wakes up to the smell of something cooking. He raise up yawning before checking the time after putting on his glasses. It's noon. He gets up, walking to the kitchen, finding Anna cooking some easy-to-make meals with instructions for lunch. He smiled seeing it. Hi Anna. Hi Timmy, how are you feeling? Anna asked, looking over with a smile. Rio asked if I could hang out with you while you were asleep and I thought you might be hungry. Feeling better now. The extra nap helped me out to get my body back in shape again. Timmy answered, smiling softly. That duel really took me out, so good idea I slept in a little bit. Well, you should be careful, you know that, Rio, and I can help you if you need it. Anna told him. I know. Anna finished up placing over a bowl of simple mac and cheese in front of him as she takes one herself. Timmy takes a bite, smiling softly with a sigh. He then looks at Anna. Anna, I don't know if Rio told you already, but I had another dream. No, she didn't mention that. Anna frowned as she gently took his hand. Do you want to talk about it? Well, it's nothing bad this time. Just something odd. Timmy admitted, smiling gently to assure Anna it's nothing as serious as his nightmare with Tachyon Dragon like before. Well, if you're sure. Anna nodded, giving him a quick hug. You worry me too much sometimes. Timmy hugged her back. Sorry, I'll try not to, but... I know. Anna smiled softly. You want to help people and the Baryons are dangerous, just promise if it happens again you'll let me and Rio help you out. Timmy smiled back towards her from this. Suddenly Anna's dual disc got a chime. Blinking, she looked at it and smiled. Hi Rio, is everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine. Just checking in if Timmy is awake now. Rio voiced. Yeah, we just had something to eat. Anna smiled. Did you want to talk to him? Well, Kathy and Tori had asked me if we both can join them on a shopping spree. With Timmy, Yuma, and Shark carrying the stuff we buy. Rio explained to him, which gave Anna some flashbacks of that when Timmy arrived in this world, he had gotten a large shopping binge for the two of them, and had intended to earn more money with the World Duel Carnival, which is why they're here, and Timmy was adopted into the Tenjos, and Anna rekindled her relationship with her mother. A shopping spree? Timmy asked, hearing that. Okay, I can get you both some nice things. This is for girl pleasure, Timmy, let us do the stuff. Rio spoke to him over the phone. But we should find some things for you, Reginald, and Yuma, now that I think about it. Do you agree, Anna? Definitely. Anna smiled. Where should we meet up? In front of the mall at 5. Rio answered before they hear a bell from the phone. Oh, lunch break is over. I'll see you two later. Love you both. She hanged up from this. Timmy frowned a bit at that, causing Anna to blink. Timmy, what's wrong? She asked him. Timmy blushed a bit as he looked down. didn't get to say I love you too. Anna chuckled over. Well, that's okay. She is probably getting to class on time. She didn't get a chance to hear it. Although that makes me wonder now. Timmy admitted, which Anna blinked. She said I love you to the both of us. Does she mean she sees you like that? He had heard of polyamory relationships, of course, and wonders if Rio had felt that a way around Anna, as they both are dating Timmy together, and he doesn't have a problem if they are into each other. Anna blinked before her eyes widened. Huh? Wait a second, Timmy, are you? I mean, I never. Oh God, 5 o'clock is going to be awkward, isn't it? Anna, it's not like I have a problem with it, it's just, the two of you are dating me, and now that Rio said that, I think she has those kinds of feelings for you. Timmy assured that he doesn't mind just telling her that as they are dating him, they're probably interested in each other. It's not that, I just never gave it much thought. Anna admitted before pausing. Does she really like Rio that way? Rio. I guess she is kind of attractive, but, oh, now you have me thinking things, Timmy. She playfully hit his arm. You can bring it up to her then. Huh? Why me? You brought up the idea in the first place. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Timmy admitted, smiling over before he then looked at the clock. We have some time before 5. You want some practice? He pulls out his deck, asking that. That sounds good to me, it'll be fun. Anna smiled, taking out hers. Best of 3? Yeah. Timmy nodded, smiling. After school? See you soon, Ray. With a wave from their orange-haired friend, they walked off, with Rio texting Anna. They are on their way to start the shopping binge. Bronk wanted to come with us so he can be with Rio, but Tori just told him his sister is expecting him home right now. Yuma texted his sister and grandmother he'll be a little late cause Kathy is taking him shopping so he can be here. Flip and Caswell also left, leaving the 5 together, heading to the castle residence. They were speaking over about the coming shopping trip, the girls more than the boys, when a voice spoke. Yuma Tsukumo. They looked as something jumped in front of them with a glare. When they got a good look, it was Jirag, except he looked outright pissed off. Jirag, oh man, this is definitely not good. Yuma frowned as the key glowed and Astral appeared. Be on your guard, Yuma, him showing up now cannot be a good sign. Astral mentioned before wincing in pain. I'm glad to see you, Yuma. I need you to pass along a little message for me, for your little buddy Ray. Tell him I'll be expecting him for a duel at the refinery, and he'd better show up. Jirag threatened, tossing an envelope to Yuma. Yuma caught it, staring at it, looking surprised. Jirag wants to duel Ray? But why? He was aiding the Baryons when he was controlled by him, and now he has some beef with him? But why Ray? Why do you want him? Tori brought up the question. Jirag turned around, his eyes closed. I have some personal business with the little sneak. He began to walk off after saying that, which was stopped by Yuma. Hey, wait a sec, what did he do to you? Not what he did to me, what he did to Alito. Jirag shouted, turning over, which caught the 6 off guard. Your friend cornered and beat the shit out of him. Wait, what? Ray did what? But that can be possible, can it? Yuma knows for certain Ray is so kind, and he makes mistakes now and then, but he can't really do something like Jirag is claiming. At best, most of his plans fall apart before they even begin. You heard me, and now I'll give him twice the beating he gave Alito. Jirag confirmed it's true before turning to try leaving. There's no way that's possible. Yuma argued. Ray couldn't have done that. And how do you know that? Jirag turned and shouted at him. That's... Yuma started hesitantly. Well... spit it out. Jirag snapped. Well, if Ray did that, he must have planned the attack, and Ray's plans always fail. Yuma pointed out. Well, not exactly the kind of support that they were expecting, but hey, it's accurate if nothing else. All those times that Yuma tried his Rayway shortcuts, they always get into some kind of trouble, but when he bonded with him, he felt something unique, and knows Ray means well, just needs some guidance. Well, I guess that's really the truth, Kathy admitted. Fine, if you don't believe me, then ask Ray yourself. He's got tomorrow evening to decide. Jirag spoke, having enough of this. I'll be waiting. He walked off, vanishing back to his base, leaving the five standing there. Yuma frowned at that but decided to talk with Ray tomorrow. Right now they had to meet up with the others at the mall, though he was definitely less focused on shopping, especially with how adamant Jirag was that Ray attacked Alito. It didn't make sense, but it didn't sound like Jirag was lying either. Arriving at the castle residence, Rio knocked on the door. After a few seconds, Anna opened the door, her bag in tow, with Timmy beside her as they were both smiling. Hi, Rio. Timmy smiled happily. I missed you. I missed you too. Rio smiled before looking at Anna. Were you two waiting long? No, we were checking some things and cleaning up, Anna assured, smiling as she closed the door, allowing Rio to lock it with the house key. Well, shopping trip now? Yes, Anna. Kathy nodded, smiling excited, and allowing them to get their mind out of Jirag earlier. For us all to bond as girls, and get to know each other more while the boys carry our things. I'm still wondering how this happened to us. Yuma admitted towards Timmy and Shark why they are carrying lots of bags here. While girls liked packed mules for shopping trips. Timmy couldn't help telling them. Packed mules? You're gonna get some donkeys to carry their things? Astral, as usual, thought they meant the wording literally. They mean us. Shark frowned as he looked incredibly annoyed. Suddenly Timmy blushed. Rio? Can I ask you something? Rio looked over to him as they began walking to the mall. Yes, Timmy, what is it? Well, what you said earlier, you said I love you to both me and Anna. Timmy admitted towards her. Yeah, I did. Rio nodded. Well, does that mean you also see Anna that way? Timmy asked her. Rio blinked. Well, yeah, she's a really nice person, takes good care of you, is pretty. Sure, I think I might. Well, we both talked, and I don't mind if you and her are together like that. Both of you are dating me, and I think we might be polyamory soon. Timmy admitted. Well then, Anna, do you want to go out? Rio teased a bit. Anna blushed from this, turning away. Oh God. I knew this was gonna be awkward. Wait, they're together now? Yuma looked shocked at both of Timmy's girlfriends now becoming a couple. What's next, Bronk and Shark? That image instantly got into their heads, which stayed. Nope, not thinking that. Me neither. Nada. I don't see it. They don't go together. He's not Reginald's type. Shark's eyes twitched before he hit Yuma in the head hard enough to knock him out cold. Can we get this over with? Was his question, if they can start already to get that image out of his head. Yeah, let's go. Torai smiled. So after reviving Yuma, they all went to the mall together. They walked through several shops, where they tried on several different outfits or some makeup. While it happens, they boys are dragged around, or watched as they present themselves for what they look like, each in some fancy outfits, or just in some casual wear. When they are satisfied, they pay for them, and had Shark, Yuma, and Timmy carry the things. They also got them around where they find some things for the three boys themselves. Even if Shark and Yuma don't care about fashion, they got to admit they and Timmy look kinda nice with the new clothes. Of course, during the entire trip Yuma couldn't keep Jirag's threat out of his head, that he wants Ray cause he attacked Alito like he claimed. He doesn't seem to be lying, but Yuma doesn't believe Ray can do something like that. Oh, Anna, Rio? They looked where they find Kathy having a sly grin, gesturing over to a photo booth. The kind where they take multiple pictures together for a small fee. Oh, that's a great idea. Rio smiled, seeing it. You three first. Torai smiled towards Anna, Rio, and Timmy. Timmy hardly had a chance to blink before the two grabbed his arms and entered the booth together after paying the fee. Just then pictures are taken as the picture slip ejected where they see some positions. The three are doing the following. Just a standard picture together. The girls kissed Timmy's cheeks. They pulled some silly expressions together. Hugged Timmy close to them. Rio kissing Anna, who doesn't look to be aware of it, while Timmy smiled. And them all hugging each other while Anna has a red blush from realizing what Rio done, and Timmy having some lipstick on his cheeks. They all look perfect. Rio smiled as they were each holding a strip with the pictures on it. Anna was blushing bright, covering her face with her hands while Timmy rubbed her back. You are evil, Rio. Maybe a little, but it was all in good fun, and you're the one who asked if we would be dating too. Rio teased, only for Yuma to frown. Hey, Timmy? You met Ray, right? Can I ask you something? He asked uncertainly. Timmy looked over confused. Yeah, I had met Ray. What is it? His opinion on Ray is that he's a good friend despite his quirks. There is always gonna be a friend who is interesting as Ray, so he doesn't mind him, as he read most people at that way for attention or other things. Well, we were approached by Jirag, and he claims Ray attacked Alito and hurt him badly. Yuma frowned. What? Timmy blinked, shocked hearing that. But Ray couldn't do that, right? He doesn't look like the type to hurt a fly. I know, but he looked like he really believed Ray attacked Alito, I think. I need to talk to Ray. Yuma frowned uncertainly. What is Jirag planning to do to him? Anna asked, worried for Ray. He wants to duel him. I'm worried about this. Yuma frowned. I think we should talk with Ray and all go with him. Wait, what if Jirag is mistaking Ray with somebody else? We be dragging him to a situation that isn't his. Kathy voiced over, concerned as well for Ray. Right now, we won't do anything twiddling our thumbs. Shark frowned over before looking at Yuma. You tell him, Yuma, but what he wants to do is his decision to choose. Yuma looked down but nodded. Yeah, I know. Later that night, Yuma was in the attic, unable to sleep as he was stressing over whether or not to tell Ray about Jirag's challenge. Yuma, are you thinking about Jirag's threat to Ray? Astral asked, already knowing what he is thinking. Yeah, I just can't bring myself to believe Ray would do something like that. Yuma admitted. But when I think about how angry and upset Jirag looked today, I worry that if I do ask him, what I'll think if it is true. If my friend really did something like that? Just go like you always do, Yuma, said Boy, blinked up towards Astral, who told him. Just follow your instincts, and feel the flow, like you always do. When you do that, you don't have anything to worry about, like your father told you what it means to feel the flow. My father. Yuma repeated before smiling. Thanks, Astral, I'll talk with Ray tomorrow morning and I'm sure everything will work out. Astral nodded, smiling to him. The next day. Ray was busy checking something until he heard a call behind him. Confused, he turned around, seeing Yuma running over. Smiling from this, greeted. Morning, Yuma. How you doing? Hey, look at this. Ray pulls out his Halo map to show Yuma. I found another shortcut, and this time, it's not painful. Ray, I got something to talk to you first. Dash. How is it safe? Yuma blinked as Ray smiled towards him. 'Cause I went through it twice to make sure. There's nothing to be concerned about, right? I mean, you trust me, and the Ray way, right? He chuckled towards Yuma at this, unaware that this is making it hard for Yuma to tell him about yesterday. Yuma looked at his smile before shaking his head. Of course I trust you, pal, lead the way. Okay, we start here. The junkyard's dog? Astral stared, on which he thought Yuma would explain to him about what Jirag is doing. However, he sees Yuma didn't do so, as Ray looked to be excited to tell Yuma his shortcut. He hopes that he'll break the news soon. Later. Anna was with Timmy as they discuss things before Timmy notices something. Huh? Yuma? Anna turned, seeing Yuma was running by himself over to a location with Astral looking worried with him. That doesn't look good. Anna frowned, getting her rocket out. Come on, we're following him. Timmy nodded, hoping on with Anna as they blast off to catch up to Yuma. They followed Yuma to what looked like a refinery. Jirag. Yuma arrived where the guy was waiting, turning over. Yuma, well, where is he? Jirag questioned. Where's that punk Ray? Sorry, he couldn't make it, which leaves me. And us. Yuma widened his eyes as they turned, seeing Anna flew her rocket past him nearby as she and Timmy jumped off. Timmy, Anna? What are you two doing here? Yuma asked in shock, seeing them. We seen you coming here. Anna answered to him. But you're gonna duel Jirag instead of having Ray duel him, Yuma? Didn't you tell him? I tried, but I can't put him through this. Yuma admitted to them. Fine, if you're so insistent on defending him, then I'll take you down instead and take your numbers for Barian World. Jirag declared as he took out a sphere field. Hold everything, a sudden voice called before Jirag can activate it. It was Ray running over with everyone else. Of course Yuma was shocked to see him as Ray told Yuma. Yuma, why are you dueling my match? This isn't your duel, Ray, I know you would never hurt anyone. Yuma told him. But Yuma, don't you trust me? That you're worried I screw up, like I do every time? Ray asked him, frowning over. Look, I appreciate it, and I know I'm new to dueling, but I can't let you fight my battles for me. Yuma stared over at him. He was wrong again, he can't keep protecting his friends, and like Ray said, he needs to trust him. So he grinned over. Right, got it, I believe in the Ray way. Of course, I can't believe that you think I study. He wrapped his arm around Ray's at this as they smiled together with everyone else smiling over. Alright, no more games, they turned to Jirag, who was glaring more. I'll just take on the both of you together. He threw up the cube. I activate a Barian sphere field. The sphere cube activated where it grew large, taking Ray, Yuma, Astral, and Jirag within it as everyone else stepped back. Everyone get back. Rio called to them for them to get back far so the field doesn't catch them also. Yuma! Torai cried, seeing that. The four appeared in the sphere field as Jirag then spoke to them. I'll crush you two together with my pressure point deck. He readied his dual disc as he spoke of this. Well, I am so feeling the flow, Jirag. Ready, Ray. Yuma called as he gets set to duel with Ray. Don't worry, Yuma, we can handle this. Ray smiled. Duel, go. Yuma grinned as they all readied their dual discs. Dual gazer, let's roll. Yuma and Ray readied their dual gazers while Jirag's eye glowed. Augmented reality vision link established, all the others who wear their dual gazers also glowed to watch the duel. Let's duel. Dueling theme, bitter taste by 3 Days Grace. Yuma/Ray, 4,000. Hands, both, 5. Field, nothing. Jirag, 8,000. Hand, 5. Field, nothing. Let the duel commence. For this duel, you both will form a tag team and have the same life points and field. And me as the lone opponent has twice the life points and go first. Jirag spoke over to them. Any objections to those rules? That's fine with me. Ray nodded. I'll be facing you two with all my power. No more holding back, I'm going all out from the start. Jirag called before he changed energy. Go Barian Battle Morph. At that his short torn apart, revealing a crest on his chest that glowed bright as he started to change form in front of them all. This is really bad. Yuma frowned, seeing that. Soon from some changing, Jirag revealed his true form as a brown muscular knight having a helmet with a mask as his face alongside some gauntlets, and robes that seemed to be a part of his body glaring deep. Whoa, talk about freaky. Ray admitted, seeing that. Jirag first turn. I'm going first. Jirag checked over his hand, taking a card. And I start with Erosion Hand Forest. At that, appearing around them was a large area where everything is hand-like. Field Zone. Erosion Hand Forest. Field Spell Card. Each time a card your opponent controls or in their hand is sent to the GY by the effect of a hand monster, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. If a hand monster attacks an opponent's monster, your opponent cannot activate spell/traps until the end of the damage step. If a hand monsters is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can target one of those monsters in your GY, add it to your hand. You can only activate this effect of Erosion Hand Forest per turn. Then I summon Fire Hand. At that, a swirl of fire kicked before what appeared was a molten fire limb that ejected something which attached itself on Jirag's shoulder that was painful as evident by his heavy grunting but toughened it out. Attack position. Fire Hand. Fire. Level 4. Pyro/effect. ATK 1600. Def 1000. When this card in your possession is destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to your GY, you can target one monster they control, destroy that target, then you can special summon one ice hand from your deck. That looks like trouble. Yuma frowned. Don't worry, Yuma, I can handle it. Ray reassured him with a grin. Come and see. Jirag sets 2 cards ending his move for now. Jirag's hand, 1/field, Erosion Hand Forest, Field Zone, Fire Hand, Attack Position, 2 set cards. Ray first turn. While Ray is starting his turn, Anna and Rio notice Timmy looking confused. Huh, Timmy, what's wrong? Rio asked him. Are you okay? Anna asked as they both gently took his hands. Sorry, it's just, why is his deck, hands? Timmy expresses confusion on Jirag's deck choice. Hands are an interesting deck for him to choose, but Timmy isn't sure why Jirag would choose something like that. I have no idea. Rio admitted. But it might be because of his number? That's as good a guess as I've got. Anna admitted. Okay, got it, Yuma, watch this. Ray grinned. I'll send a high-level light monster to the graveyard to summon Lightweight Grepher in attack position. A warrior in blue and white armor appeared in front of him holding a sword. Attack position. Lightly Grepher. Light. Level 4. Warrior/effect. ATK 1700. Def 1600. You can special summon this card from your hand by discarding one level 5 or higher light monster. Once per turn, you can discard one light monster, banish one light monster from your deck. Then, I'll use his ability to discard this weak Raikou card and banish a light monster from my deck. Oh, this one only has 1100 attack points, so it won't be much help. Yuma noticed he discarded Raikou, Lightsworn Hunter, and banished Honest. Hooray, Honest is a good card. Yuma pointed out for him. You discard it during battle, and your light monster will be stronger than whatever it's attacking. Ha, but my monster's already more powerful. Ray pointed out. Watch, Light Ray Grepher attack Fire Hand. Grepher readied charging in with his sword. He moved, landing a slash down on Fire Hand, destroying it, which Jirag raised an arm against the shockwave. Jirag, 7900/hand, 1. He had no defense? Astral asked, despite his wince, surprised that Jirag didn't do anything despite having 2 face-downs. See, Yuma, we'll beat him in no time. Ray reassured him with a smile. Good move, for me that is. Jirag looked to Ray, who blinked. Then Jirag called. As Fire Hand was just destroyed by my opponent, a monster on my opponent's field goes with it. Lightly Grepher was enveloped in a firestorm as it yelled out, turning to ash quickly. Ha, no way. Ray cried in shock as his monster shattered. I can also summon a new monster to take its place. Jirag added, showing a card looking like Fire Hand, except unlike its lava-like appearance, this one is pure ice. Ice Hand. The monster popped on the field as it attached on Jirag's other should that he suppressed a wince but stood strong. Defense position. Ice Hand. Water. Level 4. Aqua/effect. ATK 1400. Def 1600. When this card in your possession is destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to your GY, you can target one spell/trap they control, destroy that target, then you can special summon one Fire Hand from your deck. His monsters can replace themselves when destroyed, and get rid of some obstacles that the opponent have. Shark narrowed his eyes seeing this. A rather annoying strategy, since if you let yourself get baited, you could lose something that is defending you. And that's only the start. One hand within the forest opened its palm. As a hand used its effect to send a card you two have to the graveyard, you take 500 points of damage. Energy charged enveloping Yuma and Ray. They cried out, getting hit by the energy. Ray and Yuma, 3500/hand, Ray, 3/Yuma, 5. Sorry Yuma, I have to end my move. Ray frowned. Ray's hand, 3/field with Yuma, nothing. Yuma/Ray, 3500. Hands, Ray, 3/Yuma, 5. Field, nothing. Jirag, 7900. Hand, 1. Field, Erosion Hand, Forest, Field Zone, Ice Hand, Defense Position, 2 set cards. Jirag's second turn. My turn again. I draw. Jirag drew, checking before then showing a card. As I control Fire Hand, Ice Hand, or Magic Hand, I can summon Prominence Hand. A red and gold-limbed hand appeared, attaching itself on Jirag's other shoulder. Attack position. Prominence Hand. Fire. Level 4. Pyro/effect. ATK, 600. Def, 2000. If you control a Magic Hand, Fire Hand, or Ice Hand, you can special summon this card from your hand. Now he has 2 level 4 monsters. Yuma frowned. I have a really bad feeling about this. Now I overlay level 4 Ice Hand and Prominence Hand. Jirag called as the 2 glowed blue and red, flying up towards the overlay network. With these 2 monsters, I build the overlay network. Crush everything in this world. XYZ summon. Number 106. Giant Hand. Raising up was a large rock-made hand. I like things on the tips of its fingers and palm, alongside some mechanics around the joints moving around. Attack position. Number 106, Giant Hand. Earth. Rank 4. Rock effect XYZ. ATK, 2000. Def, 2000. 2 level 4 monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle, except with a number monster. During either player's turn, when a monster effect is activated on your opponent's field, except during the damage step, you can detach 2 XYZ materials from this card, then target one effect monster your opponent controls. While this card is face up on the field, that effect monster's effects are negated. Also, it cannot change its battle position. Oru, 2. This is really bad. Rio frowns, seeing the monster. They have nothing to protect themselves from that number. Now I activate Hand Gripping. Jirag activated a spell card. Hand Gripping. Normal spell card. If you control a hand monsters, add 1 hand monster from your deck to your hand. That's a different name than those monsters. During your main phase, except the turn this card is sent to the GY, you can banish this card from your GY, target 1 hand XYZ monster you control, attach 1 card from your GY to that monster as material. You can only activate 1 hand gripping per turn. With a hand on my field, I take 1 other hand from my deck to my hand. Jirag takes a card before showing it as a copy of Fire Hand. Then I summon Fire Hand. His second Fire Hand rose up before attaching to his shoulder. Fire Hand, attack position. Battle. Jirag called before charging forward. Giant Hand attacked them directly. Giant Hand charged its drills, readying for attacking. Luckily Yuma isn't gonna let that happen. Not so fast, I summon Gagaga Gardna. At that, Gagaga Gardna rose up, readying on the field. Defense position. Gagaga Gardna. Earth. Level 4. Warrior/effect. ATK, 1500. Def, 2000. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is targeted for an attack, you can discard 1 card. This card cannot be destroyed by that battle. As you're attacking us directly, I can summon this guy from the hand. Yuma called over as Giant Hand stopped from the monster popping in to defend them. That was way too close. Torai admitted nervously. I'm just getting started. Jirag activated his face down. With some hand power. Hand power. Normal trap card. Target one monster you control, and one hand monster in your GY, banish the second target, then the first target gains ATK equal to the ATK of the banished monsters until the end phase. During your main phase, except the turn this card is in your GY, you can banish this card, this turn, if a hand monster you control destroys an opponent's monster by battle, and sends it to the GY, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. You can only activate one hand power per turn. By banishing my first fire hand from the graveyard, Giant Hand gains its strength. A fire-enveloped Giant Hand giving it strength. Giant Hand, ATK, 2000 plus 1600 is equal to 3600. Now let's try this again. Giant Hand attack. Giant Hand charges in on Gagaga Gardna, who readied over with its shield. I discard one card. By doing that, Gagaga Gardna isn't destroyed. Gardna formed a protective barrier as Giant Hand thrust one of its drill fingers towards it. Due to the barrier, it was unable to breach through, so Giant Hand backed off. This is bad. What the heck can Yuma do with Ray holding him back? Bronk frowned. Timmy frowned hearing that Bronk is blaming Ray for this. This isn't his fault. It gives him too many Cyrus vibes. Fine, I'll give you that. Jirag relented, ending his turn. Since I'm done for now, hand power wears off, so Giant Hand loses its points. Giant Hand, ATK, 3600 minus 1600 is equal to 2000. Jirag's hand, 0/field. Erosion Hand Forest, Field Zone, number 106, Giant Hand, attack position /ORU, 2, Fire Hand, attack position, 1 set card. Yuma first turn. Okay, my turn. I draw. Yuma drew, checking over before taking a card. And I'll summon Gagogo Golem. Gagogo Golem rose up, readying on the field. Attack position. Gagogo Golem. Earth. Level 4. Rock/effect. ATK, 1800. Def, 1500. Once per turn, this defense position card cannot be destroyed by battle. And now I will overlay Gagogo Golem with Gagaga Gardna. Yuma raised an arm as the two flew up towards the overlay network. Everyone perked, knowing Utopia is gonna help them get out of this mess. Carry hope on white wings. XYZ summon. Come forth, number 39. Messenger of Light. Utopia. Utopia's seal form rose up, readying before unfolding to reveal Utopia readying onto the field in front of Yuma and Ray. Attack position. Number 39, Utopia. Light. Rank 4. Warrior effect XYZ. ATK, 2500. Def, 2000. 2 level 4 monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle, except with a number monster. When a monster declares an attack, you can detach one material from this card, negate the attack. If this card is targeted for an attack, while it has no material, destroy this card. Oru, 2. Perfect, Utopia can destroy his Giant Hand. Ray grinned. I gotta avoid his other hands, and go for the number. I don't know what it can do yet. Yuma thought, staring over, knowing what he has to do now. Alright, Utopia. Attack Giant Hand with Rising Sun /. Utopia readied over, forming its blade, charging in at Giant Hand. Jirag was expecting Utopia, however, so he had a card ready. I activate Attack Guidance Armor. Attack Guidance Armor. Normal trap card. When a monster declares an attack, activate one of these effects. Destroy the attacking monster. Target one monster on either field, except the attacking monster, change the attack target to it and perform damage calculation. You can only activate one Attack Guidance Armor per turn. Hearing the name of the trap, Timmy widened his eyes. Attack Guidance Armor. Wait, what does that card do? Torai asked nervously. It can destroy Utopia. Timmy cried in shock. He had seen the card lots of times by Seto Kaiba that helped him in lots of duels by using the opponent's attacks against them. Attack Guidance Armor can destroy the attacking monster, or switch the attack to any monster he wants, including his Fire Hand, and then Fire Hand can still destroy Utopia with its effect. The armor wrapped around Fire Hand, which Utopia was forced to turn its attention from Giant Hand to Fire Hand, readying to attack. Shit. Yuma cursed before he quickly called. I activate Utopia's ability. I use one overlay unit to stop Utopia's attack. Utopia quickly takes a unit to trigger its ability. Utopia, ORU, 2-1. Not good enough. I activate Giant Hand's own ability. During either our turns, I use 2 overlay units. And as long as Giant Hand's on the field, the monster it targets cannot use their abilities or change battle position. Giant Hand takes 2 units before shooting a poison drill bit striking Utopia. Utopia, effects negated / cannot change battle position. Giant Hand, ORU, 2-1 and 0. No, Utopia. Yuma cried seeing that. Utopia unable to stop now / down on Fire Hand, destroying it effortlessly while Jirag was pushed back some. Jirag, 7000 / hand, 0, Jirag shook his head before calling. Fire Hand's effect activates. As it was destroyed by my opponent, a monster they control is destroyed too, then I summon Ice Hand afterward. Utopia was enveloped in a firestorm while Ice Hand popped up. Ice Hand, defense position. Then Erosion Hand Forest's effect activates. As a hand had sent a card U2 half to the graveyard, you take 500 points of damage. Another palm opened, firing a blast at the two. Yuma and Ray cried out as the blast enveloped them. Ray and Yuma, 3000 / hand, both, 3. Even without his screw-ups, Yuma is playing into his hands. No pun intended. Shark narrowed his eyes seeing this, not showing it, but he's worried for Yuma. What can they do? Torai asked nervously. Yuma. Kathy whispered. Huh, what's going on? Hearing that, the group outside the sphere field turned over. It was Penelo and Hart. What's going on? Hart asked them. Is Yuma okay? Penelo. Hart. How'd you two get here? Timmy asked, surprised seeing this. I was spending a little time with her while Kite and Dad worked with Vetrix and the others to try and see if there was a way for you to get home. Hart answered where they were before then. He then looked over towards Penelo. Then Penelo suddenly ran this way. Penelo looked over, noticing the duel, seeing her father looks visibly weakened, and even the Barian Emperor, both Yuma and Ray, is dueling alongside, making out Giant Hand. Her eyes widened and she shuddered. Seeing that, Tori gently took her hand. Don't worry, Yuma and Ray will figure out something. Yuma grunted before setting 2 cards. I place 2 cards down, and end my turn. Yuma's hand, 1/field with Ray, 2 set cards. Yuma/Ray, 3000. Hands, Ray, 3/Yuma, 1. Field, 2 set cards. Jirag, 7000. Hand, 0. Field, Erosion Hand Forest, Field Zone, number 106, Giant Hand, Attack Position, Ice Hand, Defense Position. Jirag, 3rd turn. I'd expected a bit more from the 2 of you. Ray really is holding you back, and he's the one who hurt Alito. Jirag snapped over, feeling he's being ripped off. Ray, who haven't heard the reason yet, widened his eyes. Huh, what do you mean? I didn't do anything of the sort. Shut it. Alito said you're the one who attacked him, and that's proof enough for me. Jirag glared heavily towards him. You're wrong, Ray didn't hurt Alito, there's no way he could have done anything like that. Yuma snapped. Arguing further is pointless, I'll just be rid of the 2 of you. Jirag drew before then turning to Ice Hand. I switch Ice Hand to attack position. Ice Hand bended itself up to be ready for attacking. Ice Hand, attack position. Battle. Jirag raised an arm. Giant Hand attacked them directly. Giant Hand readied its drill bits, charging ahead towards the two. Yuma, picking now to spring it, moved to activate his face down. I activate my trap. Don't bother trying, Yuma. Within the Erosion Hand Forest, you're forbidden from activating fakedowns during battle. Jirag revealed to them, which they widened their eyes as Giant Hand's attack was successful, hitting the two as they collided with the sphere field. That the electric shock struck the two, causing damage but not much more than Astral, who screamed out from the effects. Ray and Yuma, 1000/hands, Ray, 3/Yuma, 1. There's nothing they can do. Torai panicked. There has to be something. Kathy frowned. Yuma and Ray slowly rose up, twitching from the effects. Hey Ray, you good? I think so. Then Yuma notices Astral heaving a bit, stumbling. Astral. Don't worry about me, Yuma. I'm alright. Astral argued, although his stance betrayed him. He's anything but alright, he's too injured to keep going on like this. So Yuma made a decision, and through his will Astral vanished, and reappeared outside of the sphere field. Widening his eyes at what happened, Astral turned over. Yuma! I can't let you go through more of this. Be with your daughter, and leave this to me, and Ray. Yuma spoke towards him. Don't make her an orphan for me, and Ray's sake, Astral. Hearing that, Astral noticed Penelo, who looked incredibly scared as she was staring at the duel. Astral stared on. He's still pretty new at this fatherhood business, as he didn't know he was a father when he lost his memories, but he promises to make things right for his daughter. He knows deep down Yuma is right. If he kept on, he could die, and leave Penelo behind without making it right for her. So he looked down before looking at Yuma. Very well, Yuma, thank you. Yuma nodded with a smile as Astral floated a bit towards Penelo, a little painfully for him to watch with her. Yuma, if his ice hand attacks, we lose the duel. Ray frowned. Don't worry, Ray, it won't get a chance. Yuma called before he then raised an arm. I can't do it during battle, but between attacks, I can. XYZ Reborn. XYZ Reborn. Normal trap card. Target one XYZ monster in your GY, special summon it, and if you do, attach this card to it as material. So now Utopia comes back with an overlay unit. At that, Utopia rose back to defend the two together. Utopia, ORU, 1. That's good, Utopia can protect our life points. Ray smiled. Is that what you think? Jirag asked as they blinked. Then he pointed over. Ice Hand attacks Utopia. Ice Hand readied, charging an Ice Blast, firing it at Utopia. Yuma almost activated Utopia's ability but held it. Even if it's risky, they need some info, as they haven't seen what Ice Hand does yet. Does it destroy cards in the hand? Spell and traps? Both? Either way, Utopia deflected the attack with his arm, which collided with Ice Hand, destroying it easily, while Jirag grunted over. Jirag, 5900/hand, 1. What was the point of that move? Yuma questioned. Jirag stared over, glaring. As Ice Hand was destroyed by my opponent, it destroys a spell or trap card you two have, and I summon Fire Hand afterward. A Ice Storm surrounded their remaining facedown, destroying it, while a third Fire Hand popped up, attaching on Jirag. Fire Hand, attack position. Then the effect of Erosion Hand Forest deals you 500 points of damage. Another palm opened, which struck the two with a yell. Ray and Yuma, 0500/hands, Ray, 3/Yuma, 1. He can activate those effects when it's not his opponent that's attacking his hands? Timmy asked, shocked, seeing such an effect that, while risky, can potentially clear the opponent's field if used in that way. They have to be able to do something. Rio frowned. Then the last effect of Erosion Hand Forest activates. The hands all started bursting into flames over, as Jirag explained to them. As a hand was destroyed, I can take one of those destroyed hands and add it to my hand. Ice Hand's card ejected from the graveyard that he added to his hand. Yuma frowned, seeing that, as Ray closed his eyes. Yuma, sorry. Ray apologized. Now Fire Hand attack. Fire Hand charged a fire attack, blasting over as Utopia tensed over knowing what will happen if this destroyed it. Yuma, however, this time, and for sure knows it can work, retaliated. We're not out of this yet, Ray. I activate Utopia's ability. Go Lightwing Shield. Utopia takes its only overlay unit, summoning its shield, stopping Fire Hand's attack. Utopia, ORU, 1-0. Ray frowned, seeing that as he turned and whispered something to Yuma that nobody else could hear, but it made Yuma's eyes widen in shock. What? What did Ray tell him? Kathy asked, wondering what it was Ray whispered. Who cares, they are in a tough bind. They can change Utopia to defense position so they can avoid Fire Hand's effect dash. That won't work. Astral spoke up towards Tori while wincing. If Utopia is attacked while having no overlay units, it destroys itself. Then how can? We're gonna have to trust in Ray, and believe he will make the right choice. Timmy spoke to them. Well, there's one good thing, he hasn't played a chaos number yet. Rio pointed out. That might change soon. Shark spoke as they watch over. You two are the luckiest humans around. Jirag sets a card with only Ice Hand in his hand. Now then, Ray, preform your clumsy move so we can move this along. Jirag's hand, 1/field, Erosion Hand Forest, Field Zone, number 106. Giant Hand, attack position, Fire Hand, attack position, 1 set card. Ray's second turn. Ray drew his card before looking at Yuma. I set 2 cards and activate Self-Mummification. Self-Mummification. Quick play spell card. Select one monster you control, and send it to the graveyard. This spell sends Utopia back to the graveyard. Utopia was wrapped in some mummy bandages as it lowered down in a coffin, lowering down to the graveyard. Ha! Why did Ray do that? Tori asked, shocked, seeing that move. Now they don't have any monsters to defend them. On the other hand, now Utopia's self-destruction ability won't trigger, and neither of Fire Hand or Ice Hand's effects can activate. Anna spoke with a nervous sweat on her forehead. Still, that was pretty dangerous to do now that they have no monsters against potentially 3 monsters on them now. Now that there are 4 light monsters in the graveyard, I can summon Light Ray Deadless to the field. Ray continued, which what raised was a white and blue serpent glowing in light. Attack position. Light Ray Deadless. Light. Level 7. C-Seepin / effect. ATK, 2600. Def, 1500. Cannot be normal summon / set. Must be special summoned from your hand by having 4 or more light monsters in your graveyard, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Once per turn, you can target 1 field spell card and 2 other cards on the field, destroy them. Now, Light Ray Deadless can use its ability to target Erosion Hand Forest, Fire Hand, and Giant Hand and destroy all 3 of them. What? Jirag asked with a blink as the lightened serpent blasted over the field, which destroyed the field spell, number, and monster Jirag had. Well, that was a smart move on your part. However, as Fire Hand was destroyed by your card, your monster is destroyed as well, and Ice Hand comes to the field afterward. A flare storm enveloped Light Ray Deadless at this while Ice Hand popped up. Ice Hand, attack position. And I have to end my turn. Ray frowned, though he glanced at Yuma with a knowing nod. Yuma nodded back, grinning. Ray's hand, 0/field, 2 set cards. Yuma / Ray, 0/500. Hands, Ray, 0/Yuma, 1. Field, 2 set cards. Jirag, 5900. Hand, 1. Field, Ice Hand, attack position, 1 set card. Jirag 4th turn. I don't know what you both are planning, but it won't work. Jirag drew, checking over, seeing what he had drawn. And I'll start by hitting the rewind button. XYZ Reborn. So you know what that means? Giant Hand's back. At that, raising up was Giant Hand once more on the field. It only has 1 overlay unit, so its ability can't be triggered. Giant Hand, attack position / ORU, 1. No, they just got rid of that thing. Anna frowned. But with a twist. Jirag takes the card he had been using to hypnotize the people. But this time using it to himself. Rank up Magic Barion's Force. Rank up Magic Barion's Force. Normal spell card. Target one face-up XYZ monster you control. Special summon from your extra deck, one number C or CXYZ monster with the same type as that monster you control but one rank higher, by using it as the XYZ material. This special summon is treated as an XYZ summon. XYZ materials attached to it also become XYZ materials on the summoned monster. Then, if possible, detach one XYZ material from a monster your opponent controls and attach it to the summoned monster as an XYZ material. Now I rebuild the overlay network with Giant Hand. Chaos XYZ Evolution. Giant Hand glowed pink chaotic energy flying into the overlay network. Ray, I think you should use it now. Yuma quickly called to Ray that using his revival card is necessary right now to survive. I play my XYZ Reborn to bring Utopia back from the graveyard. Ray called as Utopia rose up again to defend. Number 39, Utopia, attack position. Utopia rose up to defense against them. Come forth, Chaos number 106. The true power that seizes a chaotic world. The fist that can crush the earth. The fingertips that can pierce through heaven. Chaos XYZ change. Lava Palm, Giant Red Hand. Raising from the gate was a large monster. Its shape, appearance, and even power seem to resemble Firehand, however its flames are a vibrant chaotic pink, with two black-like antennae on the side of the palm with a yellow 106 on it, and a large red eye on its palm. Attack position. Gains extra effect. Number C106. Giant Red Hand. Earth. Rank 5. Rock Effect XYZ. ATK, 2600. Def, 2000. 3 level 5 monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle, except with a number monster. If this card has a number monster as material, it gains this effect. Once per turn, when a card or effect is activated on the field, quick effect detach one material from this card, and if you do, negate the effects of all other face-up cards currently on the field until the end of this turn. Oru, 2. Everyone looked at the monster nervously. And now as Barion's Force was used to summon a monster, Giant Red Hand steals Utopia's remaining overlay unit. Jirag called as Utopia's overlay unit was stolen, being formed into a third Chaos overlay unit. Utopia, ORU, 1-0. Giant Red Hand, ORU, 2-3. Battle. Giant Red Hand attack Utopia. Giant Red Hand charged up power, moving to attack Utopia, who braced himself over. Utopia's ability activates. If it's attacked when it doesn't have an overlay unit, it's destroyed. Well, count your lucky stars it had that drawback, huh? Otherwise, it would mean the end right now. Jirag raised an arm. Giant Red Hand's ability activates. Giant Red Hand takes a unit as a charged attack wiped over the field. Now all other cards on the field have their effects negated. Utopia, effects negated. Ice Hand, effects negated. Giant Red Hand, ORU, 3-2. Giant Red Hand grabbed Utopia in its palm, effortlessly crushing it, while Ray and Yuma floated back a little. Ray and Yuma, 0400/hands, Ray, 0/Yuma, 1. Now Ice Hand finished them. Ice Hand readied overcharging in at them. Yuma still has something up his sleeve. Not yet Jirag. Electromagnetic Turtle. From the graveyard appeared a armored turtle which blocked Ice Hand's next attack, forcing it back. He discarded that with Gagaga Gardna. Kathy gritted her teeth knowing where that card came from, and how it got in the graveyard. But how are they going to destroy that chaos number? Shark frowned. Fine. One last turn. You both only have a face down, not much to work with. Jirag ended his turn with a glare. Jirag's hand, 1/field, number C106, Giant Red Hand, attack position /ORU, 2, Ice Hand, attack position, 1 set card. Yuma's second turn. Okay, not my best look so far. If I can somehow destroy that number, I can get a chance. Yuma reached readying. All I need to do is get Utopia back, and I'll be good to go. That thought he drew, I draw. They looked witchy stared. This looks like it can work. Although. He looks up at giant red hand. He needs to deal with its ability first. So Yuma takes another card summoning it. Alright, I summon Starship Spyplane. Something flew in from above revealing a circle-like UFO. Attack position. Starship Spyplane. Wind. Level 4. Machine/effect. ATK 1100. Def 500. If your opponent controls a face-up XYZ monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is special summoned from the hand, target one spell/trap card your opponent controls, return that target to the hand. As this card is summoned from the hand, I can force a spell or trap card on your field back to your hand. Yuma called as the machine ship readied on the effect. Jirag Chet over raising his arm, giant red hand's effect activates. Negate all other cards on the field. Taking the unit giant red hand repeated the effect which shuts down the ship's effect. Starship Spyplane, effects negated. Ice hand, effects negated. Giant red hand, ORU, 2-1. Kathy frowns seeing that. What can they do now? Yuma then readied another card. This. Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn. Normal spell card. Target one monster in either GY, special summon it. So now Utopia come back again. Utopia rose up readying on the field. Utopia, attack position. But not alone come on Utopia. Utopia charged into its seal form entering the overlay network. Show yourself, the power of hope, the messenger that changes chaos into light. Chaos XYZ change. Chaos number 39, Utopia Ray. Raising was Utopia Ray's sealed form as it unfolded, forming into it readying on the field. Attack position. Number C39, Utopia Ray. Light. Rank 4. Warrior effect XYZ. ATK, 2500. Def, 2000. 3 level 4 light monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle, except with a number monster. You can also XYZ summon this card by using at number 39, Utopia you control as material. Transfer its materials to this card. You can detach one material from this card, it gains 580k until the end of this turn, and if it does, one monster your opponent controls loses 1080k until the end of this turn. You must have 1000 LP or less to activate and to resolve this effect. Oru, 1. And now I activate its ability. By using all its overlay units, it gains 500 attack points, and your monster loses 1000 points. Overlay charge. Utopia Ray takes its only unit weakening Ice Hand. Utopia Ray, ATK, 2500 plus 500 equals 3000/ORU, 1-0. Ice Hand, ATK, 1400 minus 1000 is equal to 400. All the pieces are in place. Yuma looked over towards the set card Ray left behind. Ray. I never thought of you as one of them, but you must have good reasons why. Ray nodded only for them to notice Astral had passed out completely. Astral? Torai gasped seeing that. Don't worry Astral, help is on the way. Making his choice Yuma activated his face down. I activate Rank Up Magic Limited Variance Force. The name of the card caught the attention of everyone. Rank Up Magic Limited Variance Force. Normal spell card. Target one rank 4 XYZ monster you control, special summon from your extra deck, one number C monster that is one rank higher than that monster you control, by using it as the XYZ material. This special summon is treated as an XYZ summon. XYZ materials attached to that target also become XYZ materials on the summoned monster. What? Jirag questioned in shock hearing that. This card targets a rank 4 monster, and rank it up by 1. Utopia Ray glowed in the same chaotic pink energy flying to the overlay network before the Barian gate appeared shattering open. Now go Chaos XYZ Evolution, both Yuma and Ray called together. Come forth, Chaos number 39. Crimson Conqueror who unifies Chaos, release the Eternal Seal, and in one flash, blow away the darkness. Chaos XYZ change. Descend, Utopia Ray V. Emerging from the overlay network was a black and red-like sigil with a crystal of Barian world's power on the chest. Then it started to unfold itself, forming limbs on its body, wings, blades, and plates of armor with a yellow 39 on its left shoulder and yellow eyes. Forming in front of it was a Chaos Overlay unit. Attack position. Gains extra effect. Number C39, Utopia Ray V. Light. Rank 5. Warrior effect XYZ. ATK, 2600. Def, 2000. 3 level 5 monsters. Cannot be destroyed by battle, except with a number monster. When this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can target one XYZ monster in your GY, return that target to the extra deck. If this card has a Utopia monster as material, it gains this effect. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card, then target one monster your opponent controls, destroy that monster, and if it was face up, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the ATK the destroyed monster had on the field. Oru, 1. Everyone stared at the monster shocked. First Yuma used to rank up magic that has Barian power but also summoned a Utopia with it? This raised so many questions? Where did that card come from? How did Yuma manage to use it? But more importantly, isn't Barian who they are fighting? Utopia Ray. Torai started as she kept staring stunned. V. Timmy finished as flabbergasted as everyone else, never seeing this before. What's going on? Rio questioned. What? How do they have a Barian card? Jirag was also stunned himself. Now Yuma. Right, Ray. Yuma grinned, readying over. I use Utopia Ray V's ability. By using a Chaos Overlay unit, I can destroy your monster. The cherry on top? You take damage equal to your monster's attack points. Utopia Ray V readied, grabbing its blades and spinning them with a throw at giant red hand. ORU, 1-0, spinning blades of destruction. The blades slash through giant red hand as it raise up explosions, racking its body before exploding loud as Jirag floated back with a yell. Jirag, 3300/hand, 1, now Spyplane attack Ice Hand. Spyplane moved in, tackling past Ice Hand, destroying it. Jirag, 2600/hand, 1, now to finish you off. Utopia Ray V attack Jirag directly. Rising Sun Star slash. Slashing down together, Utopia Ray V struck down onto Jirag as he yelled out, landing harsh on the ground. Ray slash Yuma, 0400. Hands, both, 0. Field, number C39, Utopia Ray V, attack position. Jirag, 0000. Hand, 1. Field, 1 set card. Ray slash Yuma wins. Jirag groaned, struggling to get up, his form flickering. Ray, how do you have a Barian card? Just who are you? Oh, don't worry, you'll find out soon. Ray spoke towards him in a calm tone. He then gives a small grin in his direction. Eventually, anyway. They watched as Jirag retreated back to Barian world as he turned to Yuma, smiling. Yuma, thank you for trusting me. You're a good friend. The sphere field hasn't vanished yet, which allows the two some privacy for a bit before it disappears. Is it true? You're from Barian world? Yuma asked. Yes. I'm from a force within called the Barian Cosmic Crime Unit. Ray nodded to confirm this. Does that shock ya? No. A few seconds later, Yuma yelled in shock while Ray grinned, putting a finger to his lips, and winked as if saying to keep this between them for now. Just then the sphere field disappeared, allowing the two to get on the ground safely while everyone ran over towards them. Ray, Yuma. They turned to them as Timmy looked at them. You two all right? Yeah, how's Astral? Yuma asked. He passed out. Penelope spoke worried. I think he went back in the key to recover though. Then she was surprised when Yuma bowed to her. I'm sorry, I put him through that, and in the condition he is now, Penelope. But I got your father to safety as soon as I was able to, he spoke to her. She nodded though nobody noticed her meet Ray's eyes and shudder fearfully. That wraps up this part of What If Dragon Deck User in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. Thanks so much for listening. As always, new parts drop every 4 days, so be sure to stay tuned. Also check out my Patreon channel for early releases of all the series, where you can find all the series released one day ahead of YouTube. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and please consider supporting the original author as well. See you in the next one.